What's up? All right, in the dressing room, about to leave work and got more information on the Cam Ward situation from those in the know. Cam Ward and the head coach apparently agreed before the game that Cam was only going to play until halftime. I can't make sense of it. You probably can't make sense of it, but that was the agreement. It seems to me like Mario Cristobal, the head coach, hung him out to dry. Why am I saying that? Because if that was the agreement before the game, that Cam was only going to play until halftime, then after the game, Cristobal, say that. Because now you got Cam Ward looking crazy to potential general manager, scouts, but more importantly to the fan base, to people that might have bet on the game and might have bet that Cam Ward was going to pass for over 200 yards or so. Cristobal, you're the head man. Say that. I understand being coy before the game and trying to not disguise the strategy, but if the approach was that Cam was going to play for a half, and then you wanted to see the backup quarterback Emery for the second half because he is going to be the future of the program, then say that and protect the player. Jump on the grenade, fall on the sword. But now you got Cam looking crazy because it looked like Cam wanted to chase a record. Again, other people have a job to do. Beat writers have stories to write. Analysts have film to analyze. Opinionists have to opine. So Cristobal, you could have silenced all of this by falling on the sword. But what it seems to me is that you probably thought you could still win the game with the backup quarterback. You overestimated your defense. You overestimated your backup quarterback. You lost the game, and you didn't want to look stupid, so you just said no comment. And instead, you let your player fall on the sword. That's the update. I'm just giving y'all the latest that I know. I'll keep you updated.
Let's go, baby.
Can everybody hear? Is everyone okay? Testing 1, 2, 3. Let me know if you can hear. Throw up a finger. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the show. Coach Hayes, bring us in. Bring us in.
Bring us in really far. You the lady in the middle. That's you. You got it. Talk to us.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope everybody had a great holiday. I hope everyone is still eating all the good food, drinking all the drinks that you can drink, and having a good old-fashioned, what is this called? What is this called? Holiday season?
Holiday season?
Yeah, people get weird these days. I told somebody Merry Christmas, and they were like, I don't celebrate. I was like, oh, my bad. So, yeah. Well, this is Hayes Street, which you want me to bring us in. So basically, this should be Flawed featuring Hayes Street.
Hayes Street. We're really flawed on the block.
No, I think I should go first. I think I should go first. Whatever it is, I should go first. So anyway, welcome everyone.
Street with a really flawed block. I like it.
No, I should be first. Let's focus. We got to focus. I should be first at all times.
All right, Bobby Brown.
Anyway, so let's chat. So what do we think? What are we feeling? I have a lot of thoughts, but I want you all's thoughts. Miami is your team. That is who you've been following all year. Did you all know before this game started that this was going to happen? If that answer is no, how did you feel like when it was happening? What do you think? How do you feel? Street, how did you feel? Were you like, what the hell is going on? Or were you like, here we go with this again?
I had heard people throw out that he may play a half, right? Which sounded stupid to me. That's not what you really hear and get in college football, right? So I went out on a limb and put him in my goddamn prize picks for 274 yards, right? So he comes out there going off in the first half. I'm like, we straight for the second half. The young dog Emery rolled out.
You popping it.
And I'm looking around. I'm like, hold up, man. Like, he ain't coming back. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I had to go get out the media room, go downstairs to the sidelines to do some snooping around. You know what I'm saying? Seeing where his helmet at. Like, he ain't coming back. And then when I found out he wasn't coming back, prize picks was fucking done. That was it. It was over. Hey, but no. Only people like in the news who was a part of it knew. After that, I got intel that he had half of insurance. You know what I'm saying? And it was his decision. Like I think they gave him the keys to the car this year. He pulled a lot of strings this year and made a lot of calls. Let's say that. They said it was his decision to play a half, which was noble of him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because he could have not played at all.
Yeah, I played all, but we'll get into that. I'll let Hayes.
Yeah, what
go
do you think? What do you
Yeah.
think, state champs? Y'all lost. Who's state champs?
Still the
See,
state.
you don't
Florida?
get it. You don't get it because
Florida?
you know
Still the
that's the
state.
state. Hey, there goes state.
I
Damn,
just
we
don't.
beat
I just don't think
we beat Florida
losers.
State.
I just don't think losers get to parade around as state champs. Like that's some 2024-ish.
Whoa, losers.
You lost. You lost.
Didn't
You
win
lost.
anything.
The only Florida team that won a bowl game was who? Florida? The Gators? Sorry, what do you think about the bowl game, Coach Hayes and Cam Ward?
Clap
How do you
on.
feel about that?
Clap on. Cut these lights off, man. I'm out, man.
Florida
Listen,
State.
No, but to answer your question, I did not know that he wasn't going to play the entire game. So when I saw it, my first thought when Emory came out in the third quarter, I was like, I ain't tripping. Like I thought he was going to continue to play, but I was like, okay, this is a good spot for Emory to come in, get his feet wet. Let's see what goes on. If he continues to push on, because he had already broke the records or whatever, so if he pushes on, cool. If he doesn't, Cam will come back in. That's what I was thinking initially.
Yeah.
So now that that's not the case, I don't agree with Acho a lot, but on this case, I agree with them. They made an agreement, apparently, and like you said, he didn't have to play. So he comes in and he plays his half. Now as a fan, I was saying, okay, at least he's going to come in these last 50 seconds, get us in field goal range. They kick it, we out, boom, cool.
Right.
But he didn't do that either. I can't really be mad at him. Again, that's from understanding what's at stake. Now, from a coach's perspective, I don't know if I would have allowed it. If I'm going to go with Emory, I'm going to go with Emory in this situation. I don't know. Because I'm like, you can't jump in the water and not get wet. It's either you all in or you all out. You know what I mean? Now, if I would have made this agreement to say, all right, you can play this half if we're up by X amount of points. But if we're in jeopardy of losing, if we need this, then these are the kind of conditions. But just to say win, lose, or draw, I don't know if I could do that as a coach. But from this side of it, as Street say, we the media now, and as a guy that gets it, I understand it is what it is. And I understand that. But
do you
anyway,
think his coach? Do you think the coach should have set? Do you think Mario should have told everybody that that's what the plan was?
Well, now here we go to the coach. To
The media,
coaching
like,
side.
do you? Yeah.
At the press conference when it became a thing.
Right.
When it became a thing, yes. As a coach, I've said this numerous times on this show. You have to protect your players.
Mm-hmm.
You have to fall, like he said, fall on a grenade, fall on a sword.
Yeah.
That's what you do. Sometimes you do that, and it ain't even your fault.
Right.
But that's what you do. You do that as parents. Because remember, and I may not be in Cam's case, but when you're a coach and you go in these living rooms, not all coaches, but when you go in these living rooms, you say, I'm here to protect your son.
Yeah, that's
I'm
true.
here to do X, Y, and Z. And if his last name was Cristobal, I guarantee he would have said, listen, this is a decision we made. I stuck with it, X, Y, and Z. And that's for any coach. And any coach, this is not a Cristobal thing. It's for any coach that doesn't protect their players. Because this sends a signal to future players as well.
Yeah, I think so. The thing I think is interesting is obviously nobody knew what was going on, but I think it's interesting about the precedent. I think that always is my thing is we all make decisions, right? And then you stop and you're like, wait, how did that decision that I made in that thing? Because if the next guy comes to him and does the same thing, how does he say no?
And to Acho's point, I think he overestimated and agreed to this saying, all right, we got Cam. We're going to be up by 21 at the half, put Emory in. Because you saw they kind of slow played it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Put Emory in. Emory not going to have to win the game for us. We'll be up by enough points. We could run the ball heavy. Because, correct me if I'm wrong, Street.
Mm-hmm.
Did Jacoby George play after the half? I don't know. I may be wrong, but I didn't see a lot.
I didn't look at the snap, but I didn't see him.
Did Damian Martinez play after the half? He got hurt. He got dinged, but he got that 1,000 yards and he was done.
I think he played.
Yeah, but he played till he got that 1,000. Once he got
you're saying
that
he's
1,000
not the
yards,
only one.
he was done.
Yeah, I didn't see Jacoby after the second half.
Yeah.
Okay, then what about if the bigger
bowl.
issue of do bowl games matter?
Yeah.
Because I think that's what this boils down to. Because on the flip side of this, right, you have Shador and Travis who played the entire game. My personal opinion wasn't their best showing by any imagination, but it doesn't, like I always say, it doesn't matter, but it's a game. So
I'm gonna tell you why it matters. If you're on that sideline and you see those kids' faces after that game, that shit matters. They didn't look like they lost the goddamn preseason game. They were pissed. Now back to what Hayes was saying. So Hayes, I'll add this. Now I'll give Mario credit. When he walks to that podium, right, and he says no comment, the backlash hadn't came yet.
Okay.
Yeah, the timeline. So when he said no comment and they don't, the backlash came hours later when they Sports Illustrated and they started writing he quit on his team. It came later. But does Mario come? Still, it's the same thing though, Hayes. You still come out and say something. Like
I agree, because you got to get in front of it, because the fan base was on Twitter eating him up already. So you got to Olivia Pope this thing and get in front of it.
Right. You come out, you I think you still come out and say something after the fact, because bro, he just gave you one of your greatest seasons you've had as a coach, if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? He just came out here for a half. He put $50 million on the line, whatever. Billy Flaw probably know what a fucking first round quarterback get. and yeah, dog. Like in that case, I think you come out and you have to protect him. Now, my last thing I want to say is everybody around sports does business, right? The bottom line, the kids get told to leave. You got the TV contracts, and everybody around sports, the entertainment thing is doing business. As soon as a kid makes a business decision, we start using words like chasing the bag.
Yeah.
All these hood things come out. Oh, he's chasing the bag. He's not about his team. He's not about the. Listen, I want people to understand this. Like, it's okay, young black men, to do business and make business decisions, because everybody around you is making business decisions.
100%.
It is okay. But soon as Cam Ward makes a business decision, which planning the last game when you know you're going to be a first round draft pick is the dumbest thing to do. So shout out to him, because that is the worst business decision. I'm not even going to lie. It is. Yeah. But shout out to him. I got to record his ass one more time. I got to talk to his mom and tell them thank you, try to put some dollars in their pocket, anything, because I'm just appreciative of him being here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to tell them thank you. And his dad was like, no, thank Miami. Thank y'all. He said, because basically, I think they feel that Cam finally got his just due. Like, he's been kicking ass all across college football, and he never got a platform for people to be like, oh, damn, he could play. And I think Miami gave him that. But young black men, man, it's okay to do business. And people, we need, and us, we need to stop saying in the comment section, all y'all, oh, he want to chase the bag. No, everybody else chasing bags.
Everybody, we chase the bag. As like, if I could go buy a house for very cheap, guess what I'm going to go do? Buy a house for very cheap and go chase the bag.
Believe it or not, we on here chasing the bag right
we
now.
are here too, right? We are live.
So I'll say this to you, Street, as well. When it comes to Cam Ward, I get there's twofold. I like I was saying, for me, I understand the coaching perspective. I understand the business perspective, right? But when it comes to Cam, and I looked at this and I said, hey, you decide to take an insurance, if that's factual, take an insurance policy for the half, set this record, cool, great, whatever. But people are busting Cam's head. But people have to understand, Coach Cristobal signed off on this.
Right.
See, I always believe in peeling back the layers of the onion and finding the root. The root was the head coach agreed to this. Whether, and I don't know who initiated it. I don't know if Cam went to him and said, hey, coach, I'm willing to play half, a quarter, whatever. Or if Cristobal said, hey, Cam, I need you to play in this game. And then they negotiated and came out with I don't know.
I think it's possible the Poptart Bowl initiated.
Maybe, but whoever initiated.
Don't quote me on that. I think they initiated because I think they got a roster that he wasn't on. Or maybe it was presented to them that, hey, it's possible that he won't, and they was like, oh no, yes he is. We're gonna do this, do that, and do this.
Yeah, and maybe so. But at the end of the day, somebody signed off on it. More than just it's more than just Cam, because Cam is not the ultimate decision maker when it comes to that part. At the end of the day, all things fall on head coaches. And then my second thing I want to say is the brother still put up 31 points.
31.
In a half.
31.
31 points in a half. Yeah. So he can't. It ain't like he did that and, you know, he put up 7 points and whatever. He put up 31 and a half in a half of a game.
Yeah.
The fan of me, I wish he would have came back, let him score. We get the ball with 2 minutes down. We go down. Borregales with a great win to win it, to walk off and go into the NFL. But that didn't happen.
Yeah.
You know, so that's just how I look at it when it comes to this. And I understand both sides of the fence, but people also have to understand the business side, because again, people ain't getting on Restrepo. Now I love Restrepo. Y'all know this. I made videos about when people Restrepo need to transfer. I made videos on Restrepo, like why he's important. But he didn't play. He made a business decision.
Their reporter ain't even answer the phone.
I don't, and I don't mind these players making business decisions. I don't understand why, as adults, so this is my thing. We always get mad at these. So I call them student athletes. Sometimes I slip up and call them kids. Sometimes I call them young people. Whatever I call them, everyone's like, they're adults. They're getting paid. Then then allow them to make their own decisions, and stop wanting them to make the decision that's going to please you and make you have fun. Well, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't have it both ways. You don't get to call them an adult because they're getting paid and they're making all this money, and they get mad at them when they make adult decisions because they're getting paid and making all this money. Like, you can't whine and complain, and then when they do the thing, you whine and complain. It's like, how are we gonna fix this?
The street, God forbid he go out there, I'm just say break a shoelace, as I say. You know what everybody would have said? He's stupid for playing.
What an idiot. Yeah. Exactly. And it's like, why this is going to count. I'm just going to be snarky, but like, why do we always think we know what's best for people's situations that we've never been a part of?
That's fair.
like somebody will try to teach you how to manage money, and you know they don't know how to manage money. Like, somebody is like, oh, what I would do, and I'm like, you've never even touched a football day in your life.
He just asked you for $20 last week for his phone bill.
Right. But you want to tell me what I should do and what I shouldn't buy a refrigerator right now. How do you know what I should do right now?
Like the preacher, right? It's okay.
Yeah, it's like people are always trying to give you. I just say,
I saw you slip that in, Street. I saw you slip that in. I saw you slip that in. You slip that right on in, Street.
I tell you what God tell you to do, and he
right.
altar girl.
And Far say, yeah.
Like, God said, really? Because when I talk to God, he said something completely different. That is not what God told me. But okay.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
It is what it is. But here's the deal, right? Shout out to Cliff. Cliff D said he got the record and then abandoned his team. Bro, like,
he's got, what did he say?
He said he got, let me see if I can put it up. Cliff said he got the record, then abandoned his team.
Abandon. Describe the word, though. Is it abandoning your team when you're on the side, but you're on the sideline cheering on your guys?
Jump in the Uber and hit the turnpike south and say, hey, I'll beat y'all boys in Coral Gables. I got a pack because I'm going to
abandon his team.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I can't address people like that. I mean, I guess somebody's saying something like that. They just uninformed. I was there at the stadium. You know what I'm saying? I ain't. The sad part is that the crowd started yelling, put in Cam Ward that last drive.
Oh, did they?
I hated that for Emory. Yeah, they started yelling, "Yeah, we want Cam."
Oh,
that last drive, and Mario had done let the damn time run out, and fucking there's a minute left. Emory in there with a minute left. Emory could have had about 2 minutes left. You know what I'm saying? But
can we stay there for 1 second? Because I want to make a video about this, but now I feel triggered. What the hell is wrong with time management, clock management, game management with these coaches? What has happened?
Well,
like situational football. Like, I'm not talking about anything crazy here. I'm just talking about when it's third down and you have 3 timeouts, use a timeout because your team's going to get the ball back. It's like, am I an idiot? Like, what has happened to game management?
So I just put it on Twitter. 2 minutes left, and the time was running down. I was like, "Hey, where my coaches at? Should we be calling timeouts right here?"
They don't run the football. They don't call timeout.
I don't know. Maybe it's 2 ways you could do it. I don't know.
Bro, can I tell you this? You let them score because it's inevitable. They're going to score. Right?
That's a real thing in coaching, Hayes. I didn't think that was a real thing.
Yeah, because here's the deal. Well, I'll say this. It was around, I don't know the exact time, so for all my Twitter warriors out there, relax. But I know it was right around the 2-minute mark. I don't know if you would have had the 2-minute mark. And again, I don't know if the offense would have been smart enough. Because we've seen teams run to the goal line and take a knee to kill the clock. I don't think they would have done that. I think they would have tried to score because it ain't guaranteed that you score. However, you let them score because you're going to be down by 1 point. You're going to be down by 1 point. We got a field goal kicker. Now, that we do. We got a guy that Boyd Gallis done boomed to 56 yards. So it's not going to be hard. First of all, we took the kick out the end zone, which was dumb to me. You get the ball on the 25-yard line. You get about 35 yards, maybe 35, 40 yards in within 2 minutes is definitely can be done. That's not a problem. And you take less pressure off because you got 2 minutes instead of 50 seconds.
What do you tell your team? Is that a defense y'all practice?
Yeah, let them score on 1. Ready, break.
Yeah, let them score.
You done that before?
Yeah, I actually have. Yeah, let them score.
But as a coach, though, are you not looking at the clock and going, okay, that was the Miami game. Happened in the Colorado game. It's third down. They stop on 1:47 left on the clock. They don't call a timeout. You know what? I watched my Steelers do the same thing. You know who else I watched do it? I watched 5 NFL teams do it yesterday. It's like, I don't think we've learned how to manage the clock. And the simple things, call a timeout. Like, we're trying to rush. Who was it? Was it Denver? And I'm like, call a timeout. Call a timeout. Bo Nix walking to the line. I'm like, why are we letting time just go off the clock?
But see, to me, that has to be done in practice. That is a situation where they're walking to, like when players are walking to the line and you see the sideline fussing, I mean, they don't practice it. They don't emphasize it. They practice it.
But where is the head coach to say, time is going off the clock. I need this time. Time out.
Yeah.
Is that like...
No, I get it. Yeah, no, it's a thing, but you have to believe this.
So you're saying that so what you're saying is you can only do in a game what you're used to and what you're comfortable with in practicing.
It's like anything. If you don't practice stuff, okay, here's what I think people don't realize is that players look at it differently because you're on the field. Remember, you are subconsciously listening to commentators. You are listening to all this input. On the field, all they hear is, there's nobody constantly giving you information, so except from the sideline. But you got a guy like Kirk Herbstreit. Right here would be a great time to call a timeout. So now in your mind, they need to call a timeout. Right here is a great time. They need to be hurrying into the ball right now. So you're getting constant input that you're computing. The players, unless they really focus on those situations, they don't realize how fast the clock runs out, how fast the play clock. They don't realize from one play to the next is 40 seconds. Or is this a 25-second clock? Or is this a 40-second clock? They don't know those situations unless you really coach that.
Because I'm at home and I'm like, okay, 3 minutes and 46 seconds left to go on the clock. Okay, we have 2 timeouts. There's a 2-minute warning. Okay, so if we get a stop, we need to call. Like, I'm playing it at home, and I'm like, I don't even care what and most of the time I don't even listen to the announcers because they get on my nerves. Maybe you're right. Maybe they just don't practice it. It's like a lost art. Like, just manage the clock.
But see, most people don't even know how much time you need on the clock, Street. If you have no timeouts, what do I have to get the clock down to where I could take, and that's first down, I could take 3 knees and nothing you can do about it. Most people don't know that until they hear the commentator say it.
Oh, see, because I'm at home as soon. So, as soon as that clock, as soon as my team gets the ball or whatever, I'm looking at it and I'm like 3 minutes 42. Okay, 40 seconds, 40 seconds, 40 seconds. That's a minute. Like I'm doing my math in my head and I'm ready for the timeout. It's like I'm like, hold on,
Right.
like, I'm all
But
in.
people don't realize they don't know that. You get what I'm saying, y'all?
Yeah,
like,
yeah. I see what
they
you're
don't
saying.
realize
And,
until the commentator said Kirk Herbstreit or one of these cats say, "Oh, they can take a knee, nothing they can do." Then you like, "Oh, Mario, you suck," but because you don't know that, you know what I mean. But those things are charted out. But that's all good. It is what it is.
I think bowl what Willie Fall asked about bowl games. I think these bowl games with the transfer portal going on, it always was a problem. Already was a problem with players declaring. Remember that used to be the issue. Now you got the transfer portal, and I just think the bowl games are glorified scrimmages. They are because of what's going on, but the kids still want to win. Like they were pissed off after that game. But like I always state, they had a 1,000-yard receiver. He warmed up. He looked fine to me. They had 2,000-yard receivers. The one from Miami, Westminster, warmed up, 6'3" kid, and he didn't play. He didn't even play. Miami, other cornerback didn't play. Miami rolled out there. We had De'Ani Hill guarding their 1,000-yard wide receiver. I just think it's so much going on during bowl season now that it's really hard to take serious. But those players, they still want to win, and I hope they knew that Cam Ward was only playing a half. I hope the players knew. I hope that didn't get really on them like that.
If they didn't know, Mario's lost the team because you can't. That's a huge thing to not know. Especially for Emory.
Yeah, Emory. I think. Did Emory look ready?
I think Emory knew.
Okay, well, if he knew, then the other thing I want to say before we change the topic is I believe that the Poptart Bowl has the best marketing, the best advertising, the best everything. I was hooked. I was sold.
Really?
I couldn't. The little flakes on the sideline. Did you notice?
I got a whole bunch of videos of them, and I don't know why.
So on the side,
telling me why. I can send them to you. You can have them.
Yeah, you know how the coach has like whatever he has, where he can step on the white and nobody else can step on the white. So they had like little. It looked like sprinkles, like a Pop-Tart, were on the sideline,
really?
and then just like and then like everything they were doing. So like last year, because I watched the game, I think they killed or they Pop-Tarted in the toaster strawberry. So strawberry was gone. Well, strawberry came back this year. So it was like all of these different.
And strawberry was at the top of the stadium.
Yes.
Like the ghost of strawberry.
Yeah. So anyways, I just want to give a shout out to whoever's on the marketing team.
And they gave us Pop-Tarts and ice cream for lunch.
They did?
Yeah, bro. I think that was the diabetes bowl, bro. Like it was Pop-Tarts everywhere, dog. Like Pop-Tarts everywhere, bro. So I got a whole bunch of videos and pictures of those little Pop-Tart things running around.
I just thought it was great marketing. I thought it was absolutely great marketing.
And then they got the Pop-Tart that they get a chance to eat at the end and all
the chance to eat at the end. And then the Pop-Tart that had what did his sign say? Choose happiness or be happy. Yeah, and then he went down and they came out like a fresh Pop-Tart. I don't know. I just thought it was masterful. So it doesn't matter, but it mattered to me because I
didn't realize it was that serious. Those guys had on Pop-Tart sweatsuits. The team that was dealing with I didn't realize that much went into it, but I guess it's a lot of money that goes into.
It was great. Yeah, I thought it was great.
Kellogg's talked about why it's not the Kellogg's, like because they want to take their name just for Pop-Tart. You know what I mean? It's a lot that goes into that marketing, bro. A lot of that, man. They spend a ton of money.
Whoever's on the marketing team needs a raise.
Speaking of that, Cheez-It Bowl, the Cheez-It Bowl is here. I was on the phone with you, Street, and I got caught in the Cheez-It Bowl traffic because Illinois shut down the doggone turnpike so the two Cheez-It teams could go by. So shout out to the Cheez-It. But anyway.
That's awesome. So the other thing that happened over this weekend is the NFL draft rankings got shuffled, flipped upside down, flipped it, reversed it. What does Missy say?
Like it reverse it.
All of that happened with the NFL ranking. So if you don't know, before the games were played, the Giants had the number 1 pick. It kind of all made sense. The Raiders had an earlier pick. I'll let you get that super chat off, and then I'll go.
You want me to read it? Canes for life. Canes for life for the $4.99. Let me put a penny on it and make it $5. There we go. What's up, Coach Street? The $1 million question is, do you think they will hit it big again in the portal with the quarterback?
Who, the Canes?
I don't think you'll get Cam Ward caliber. Quarterback.
Do y'all want Quinn Ewers?
I haven't heard Quinn Ewers' name. There's some long shots. There's some long shots out there. I would take Quinn Ewers. There's some long shots out there. I just say that the villain membership, I already done teased them, but there's some long shots out there.
I know a name, but I ain't gonna say it.
It's still possible. You know what I'm saying? It's still possible. But I think they believe in Emory, bro. I mean, if Clemson game last year didn't tell you that, I don't know what will. I think they want Emory to be successful. They believe in him, and
I'll say this. I don't think there's a caliber of Cam Ward. My bad. The doors open a lot. But I don't think there's a caliber of Cam Ward out there right now. I think there's some guys with some potential, but potential means you have not done it yet. So I say all that to say, do I believe they go in the portal? Yes. Because think about it. Right now, you only have Emory Williams, Judd Anderson. Those are only two quarterbacks you have that I know of that are on the roster, and a Luke Nickel coming in. Draylon Coleman is not coming until next year. He's only a junior, getting ready to be a senior.
Yeah.
So even with the addition of Luke Nickel as a true freshman, you only have 3 QBs. So I do believe they go into the portal to add some more depth into the roster. And I think they have to. But I don't know if they find a person that will, at this point, maybe replace Emory. I don't know. You know, they may start that whole it's competition thing, but I think they know who they have already.
How good would Luke Nickel have to be to come in and beat out Emory?
How good would he have to be?
Even if it's possible, like for a freshman to hit the scene.
Yeah. No, you see it all the time. Here's the thing. God knows I can't believe I'm going to make this parallel, but as long as you can ease him into the water, can I say this? I don't have a problem with going with Luke Nickel if y'all feel like he's that good through your evaluations. You have to treat him like DJ Lagway. But if you go look at DJ Lagway statistically, he wasn't the reason they were winning, but they believed in him. They didn't put the team on his back. They put the running game out there, and he made some athletic plays, and he did this, and they eased him into it. They didn't just say, here, to your point, Street, the other day in your Discord, you were talking about Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence to freshman year wasn't the same as it was his senior year, and he did not get the same responsibility as an 18-year-old as he did as a 21-year-old, whatever age he was.
Right.
And so if you're going to go with Luke Nickel, is all I'm going to say. If you're going to go with Luke Nickel, be prepared for the good, be prepared for the great, and be prepared for the ugly.
I don't know if they want to do that.
How's y'all schedule next year?
A tad bit harder than this year.
You got no. This was the year, Flaw.
Yeah.
This was the schedule. We had done rolled the dice and got the right schedule. We were like, don't move. This is what we go right here. This was the week schedule. We had God's quarterback at quarterback. We had God's running back at running. This was the year. Piss down that leg, act like we're doing athletes. What 30 be saying? Oh God, we got to play Syracuse. It's cold up here.
It was in a dome.
It was in a dome.
Coach Fran Brown, he's ghetto and he's mean.
Oh my God, it's cold outside, but they got it nice and warm in the dome, so our bodies are on the custom.
This was the year. We went up there, pissed down our leg, Flaw.
Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree with you.
Canes for life. Appreciate you for the $4.99, yo.
Yeah.
Tell Shad go to the corner, man. Shad,
hey, can you put up the
make some better
thing? So, changing topics, talking about the NFL because we're going to talk about the NFL no matter if nobody likes it or not. So after Sunday, here's the updated picks for the NFL. So obviously before this week, everybody was like, the Giants are going to pick number 1. So they're going to take a quarterback. Is it going to be Cam Ward? Are they going to take Shador? Blah, 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 blah. This weekend, the Giants found a way to win, and the Raiders found a way to win as well. So everybody kind of bumped back, and some other teams bumped up. So the question here is, what are we thinking? now, I don't think the Patriots need a quarterback because they got one last year. And
true. Shout out to my dog Joe Milton.
They got one. Yeah, they got 2. And then the Titans, I personally think they need a quarterback. Maybe they don't think they need a quarterback, but the team's not very good. And they got a new coach last year. So it makes sense for them to get a new quarterback. Cleveland Browns, for those of you who don't know, they have Deshaun Watson. I'll leave that where it's at. And then the Giants are the first team.
Jameis Winston. Stop it.
The Giants are the first team
at
number 4.
The same way you said, nope. The same way you said we were talking NFL, they got Jameis Winston.
Yeah, they got Jameis Winston. That is true. They do. So the question here is, where do you think? What do you think now?
Lord, please get rid of me and throw these pick sixes, Lord. Please, Lord. That's the best quote of the year. I'm sorry. I'm done.
A mess. He's a mess. Like, he's a good mess. So anyway, so the question is, if this stays and people are like, Cam Ward's going to the Giants, Shador's going to the Raiders, that would make them not for top 10 or not top 5 or not top first draft pick. What do we think about if Travis Hunter goes to the Patriots? And what do you think that means for Shador and Cam Ward? Do you still see them going to the Giants? Do you think they will mix it up? How do you see this playing out?
Street?
I think the Giants are hell-bent on Cam Ward. The GM was at the game the other day. I've heard the Giants are hell-bent on Cam Ward. He just has to fall to them. Do you see him falling to them, Flaw?
There's a chance that he could fall to them, yeah. Yeah, there's a chance. Because especially if the Titans prefer Shador or if none of these 3 teams get a quarterback.
So here's the question. There's been so much talk of Shador going to the Raiders. Mm-hmm. So much talk of Cam going to the Giants. Neither one of those teams, based on this list, is the team that we're talking about where Tennessee could take Shador Cam or Cleveland could take Shador Cam, right. Arguably 1 or 2. I don't think the Patriots take them. But, Flaw, I think you did have an interesting point when we talked a little earlier about the Patriots. What do you think the Patriots might do?
If I were the Patriots,
because we're talking about Travis Hunter.
If I were the Patriots, this isn't a knock on Travis Hunter. This is what I think the Patriots need to do based on what the Patriots need to do. I would see what they can get for this number 1 pick. And if I were the Patriots, I would trade back to see if I can get me 2 picks out of this and give up my number 1 position and try to get something on the back end. That's what I would do. So if I did that, then I could probably get another team's first. Like, for example, let's say it's the Raiders. Let's say the Raiders are like, we want Shador. We need that number 1 pick. And you say, okay, Raiders jump up. They give the Patriots their 8th pick, and then they give the Patriots their 2nd round pick or their 2nd pick or their 1st round pick for 2026 or whatever. I would definitely play that 1st round pick. I would get out of that number 1 spot if I was the Patriots.
Like I said, they have the leverage. Now, why do you say Travis Hunter wouldn't go to the Patriots?
No, I'm saying I don't know because the Patriots need more than just Travis Hunter. And I think they could get some offensive linemen and some defensive linemen and maybe even like a linebacker or 2. Travis Hunter's not going to fill that. And also, my personal opinion, the New England Patriots play the Dolphins, which is the style of the AFC East, in my opinion. I don't think Travis Hunter's going to help that team win games because they have other issues. That's my problem. Like Travis Hunter's not going to help you against Josh Allen 2 times a year. He's just not going to help you. That's not going to help. You know what I'm saying? Like that team, they need something different, in my opinion, in the AFC East.
That's interesting. Because I did see a clip. I forgot who Travis Hunter was talking about, but they were talking about jersey numbers, and he was like, "Man, if I go to the Patriots, I'm not going to wear 12 because of Tom Brady, because he's got so much legacy in that sense." So I thought that was interesting because that means they're already thinking the Patriots are going to get the number 1 pick because they weren't thinking that way at first. So I think that was pretty telling. So I don't know. I stay away from the NFL draft because it is the most random.
It is.
The number 1 pick might be University of Northern Illinois left tackle. You'd be like, who? So I stay away from it. You know what I mean?
I think Travis Hunter going to the Titans is actually a brilliant move. I don't know if they'll do it. I don't know if they will make it happen. But Travis Hunter going to the Tennessee Titans, I watch a lot of Tennessee Titans, and I'm just saying, I think he would be perfect for them because he would be perfect for them. He'd be perfect for that city. He'd be perfect for everything they're trying to do. But again, I don't get a vote. Nobody asked me my opinion, but yeah.
Did Shador really have on New York Giant cleats? Was that real?
I think they did the custom ones, and they kept it in his locker, but I don't think he wore them.
Oh, God. I was wondering what's going on.
Yeah. So I don't know. How would y'all feel though if all of this hype happened and it was like top 5, and now if you look at these rankings, if Shador goes to the Raiders and this stays and he's a number 8, do we think the Jets are not going to take another quarterback? Oof.
The problem is all of the members, he's going number 1. Shout out to Rob from Texas. Travis Spider-Man Hunter. But anyway, but this is why I say it's not a bad deal if he's not the number 1 pick overall. And I've always said the thing about the draft, it's based on need, not player.
That's it. That's what I always tell people.
I've been saying this for the longest. Here's a perfect example. New England Patriots just got 2 quarterbacks last year.
Mm-hmm.
Just got 2 quarterbacks. Financially, it don't even make sense.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's that. Now, could they trade up like you suggested? I think that's a great idea, flaws you got. But that's why I say it's not about player and who's the best player more than the need. It's a business. They're trying to fulfill needs. We're not just stacking the roster to stack it. So
that's it.
That's what it is. If he goes, let's just say Shador goes number 8 overall to the Raiders. I would have the same congratulations to him if he went number 1 overall because it's about need. But you can't tell people nothing. But anyway.
Yeah. So the other thing that came up is the lawsuit for the Florida State coach. It's a Florida State basketball coach, right?
Yeah.
What are you doing? Are you boxing? What?
No, I'll get excited when bad things happen to Florida State. Sorry.
Okay.
I was excited.
Okay. So I don't know, Street, if you want to tell us more about what happened with the coach, how many players are actually trying to sue them? What are they saying that he promised and didn't deliver? Because I think this is an NIL dispute. So what the hell is going on? What happened?
Basically, it's kind of like the Billy Napier thing. 6 players claiming that basically Coach Leonard Hamilton said that they will get $250,000 from the business partners that deal with their NIL, and I guess they didn't get it, which is crazy because I don't know, how do you who you determine who you sue? But I guess the lawyers say, hey, you sue the dude that verbally said yada yada yada. Now, if it's on paper, bro, this gets weird.
So they went there with the pretense of they were going to get X amount of money if they signed and went to that school. They signed, went to that school, no money.
Yeah, I guess they probably just strung them along. Or probably gave them something, didn't give it all to them. That's usually what's happening. Like they get some of it, string them along like that. The players consider boycotting game against Duke over unpaid NIL deals. Well, that's stress in the locker room. God damn, you already got to play Duke. It was 5 players. It was Darren Green, Deontay Green, Cameron Fletcher, Josh Nickelberry, Primo Spears, and Jalen Worley.
Wow. You know what's actually funny is I didn't even realize this was currently the current players. I thought this was past players. So their whole season is in jeopardy right now because guys are
basketball and football about to be in the toilet bowl.
That's crazy. It is in middle. Damn, it is in the middle of their season, huh?
Yeah, this is basketball season.
Wait a minute.
But here's my thing, right? I mean, I'm not a lawyer, but I have gone to the school of NBC Matlock. I watched all episodes, so therefore I'm certified.
And Google.
Yeah, no, I'm certified. I've watched all. I'm halfway through Perry Mason, but I've all of Matlock, so therefore I'm certified. Here's what I'm gonna say: you can have agreements that are not on paper. I've seen that. Like everything doesn't have to be signed. You do have verbal agreements. Now, is it harder to prove? Sure, it is. But LMV 5 minutes. 5 minutes. But anyway, only thing I'm gonna just say is you're hearing this a lot, that these players are not getting what they quote unquote been promised.
Right.
These NILs, whether it's the collective themselves, the people that are not part of the university as it should be, or the head coach. And it's easy. And here's what the biggest thing is. It's easier to attack the head coach because he has the name.
Mm-hmm.
If I attack the collective president, it catches no traction in essence, because nobody knows who James Johnson is, but everybody knows who the head coach for Florida State is.
Who is he? What's his name?
I don't know because I don't care. But as the headline says, head coach of Florida State, right? Head coach of Florida State basketball gets sued by players. That's all the headline is. But Florida State's NIL president gets sued by players. You might get some clicks, but the head coach? So it may be easier to go after him and then let it trickle down to whoever's in charge. To
whoever really. Somebody in the chat earlier said that there's text messages. So I don't know if that's true or not.
Is that good enough?
But how bad is that in the middle of the season, though, Street?
Well, and then somebody else said that the players transferred out. I don't know if that's true or not.
Y'all clap it up for Shad. Been a member now 15 months in the building. Y'all clap it up for Shad. I tried, Shad. I tried, dog. I tried. Street over there looking at spaghetti recipes, really flawed laughing. I tried, Shad.
I was like, there's no way Street is about to clap.
They would have boycotted before a game, bro. That would have been out of control, bro. What was going on, dog?
Shad. Did you see what Shad said? Mel Tucker had text messages. Oh, you're not wrong. You were absolutely not wrong. That is a fact.
Bro, did they pay him back? Did they pay him his money after they found out they dropped it?
We got to look into that. I don't know what happened.
I don't know. But somebody in the chat let us know.
See, that's not interesting. Nobody cares if he got his money back. It's the headline. Mel Tucker loses $80 million, blah, blah, blah. He might have got his money back, but they're not going. Nobody cares about it. It's not a train wreck. That's positive. We love trash and train wrecks and baddie club, and they even got baddie clubs and wheelchairs now. It's out of control, y'all. It's out of control.
Interesting. So the other thing we had that came up, obviously, was Deshaun Jackson and Michael Vick getting head coaching jobs in football. I quite frankly didn't even know Michael Vick coached football. So congratulations to that man. Kudos to him. And I know Deshaun Jackson had done a couple of things. I did not know Vic even wanted a job. So congratulations to both. He coached at I would see him, sometimes they have like the random NFL guy that's around. And then he coached, there was something he did because I was like, what is this? And then I saw his face and I was like, is he coaching or is he but listen, I don't really care. Give those black men jobs. Let them grow into those jobs. Let them learn. Let them hire amazing people to do those jobs because you know what? Half of these other coaches have been coaching for forever and they still suck. So kudos to these men for getting jobs. So shout out to Deshaun Jackson and shout out to Michael Vick. And that is all I have to say about that. So Coach Hayes, state champs. What do you think about that?
We looked up Michael Vick coaching fucking history.
I don't think he's coaching.
Coached a few 7-on-7s, coached a few celebrity football games.
Bro.
Yeah, it ain't much, dog.
All right. Okay.
Black Lives Matter.
They do. Here's my problem.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of people, I think a lot of people think coaching is like kickball. You just roll the ball out. Oh, you become a coach. I think there's a little bit of lack of respect for the profession. I've said this before. I'll say it again. This doesn't mean people won't be good, but just because you were valedictorian don't mean you could be the principal. Just because you were the best sharpshooter in the nation don't mean you could be the general. Doesn't mean you won't become one. But also because I'm HBCU biased. I don't want this to be a fad and a flash in the pan thing. I think HBC, and I may, people have their own opinions about it. I don't have a problem with Mike Vick coaching. I don't have a problem with Deshaun Jackson coaching. What I'm asking is, where else do you go? Do you get these jobs like this? Like I said, even the JJ Redick, I had an issue with that. The guy had nothing. It was a popularity contest. Now, basketball, I will say, I don't want to down it, but I think it's a little different than football. But I still have the same sentiment for basketball as well. If you want to give these guys a job, fine. You got players, and again, I don't know if they offer them, but you got NFL players who are going up the ranks and doing it. I say this, i.e., a lot of people don't even know Hines Ward is coaching at Arizona State that's in the playoffs. He's been up the ladder.
Mm-hmm.
Why not? And I will say this, everybody ain't Deion Sanders, dog. Just because you play in the NFL, you are not Deion. You don't have that marketing skill set. You don't have that flamboyancy about you. You don't have that. I'm not saying you're not a great player, but you don't possess that. Will you win some games? Sure. I mean, will you make some money? Sure. But Street, you know how I equate this? I equate this to the $500 million Florida Marlins stadium that the citizens paid for because they put a damn Marlin in the back of the end zone that go around in a circle when you knock a home run. Everybody went the first year and nobody went back because the team wasn't good. I just want to see what the hell the hype is about. Okay, that's what it is. Boom. Now that I saw the little Marlin jumping around, the next year they were coming to the schools giving tickets away for the shorty. Only thing I'm saying is I don't want to become, when I say HBCUs become a mockery in this profession because we're already looked down upon in this profession. They call it the Chitlin circuit, dog. They call it the Chitlin circuit.
Who are they? Name, fool.
Shit, Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky,
Great
and
people.
Mike.
Great people.
Who are they?
The green people you be talking about.
The green people.
No, but I'm just saying, other coaches outside of this profession, they call it the Chitlin circuit. And so you don't want it to become a mockery. You know how many coaches and friends I've talked to that those head coaches in the P5, they hate Deion Sanders because of what he's doing. And you know what? Those coaches can't even bring up an idea because the first thing they'll say is, man, don't be bringing that Deion Sanders Colorado junk up in here. And so I'm saying that to say, I don't mind you getting these guys. But let's play the long game. Hines Ward, you come here, follow the Deion model. You come here, you put in 2-3 years, and you get a G5 job or you get a P5 job, whatever. I'm cool with that. I don't want to see it for us, dog. That's just me. Then that's just and here's my thing. It's more than X's and O's, and that's the thing. Most fans, you think Mike Vick don't know X. No, I'm not saying he doesn't. But head coaching, like most things, has nothing to do with the day-to-day operations more than it has to do with the behind-the-scene logistics. Do you think Bill Gates is in there soldering damn motherboards? Hell no. Do you think Steve Jobs is testing phones? Hello, can you hear me now? Hello, can you hear me now? No. Well, I'm sorry, rest in peace, Steve Jobs, but y'all know where I'm going. What I'm saying is,
I was going to say he might have been though. He might have been.
But that's my point. So what I'm saying is, this is all about logistics. It's all about how to, want to, and I tell people, great players. I don't know one player has been in a staff meeting. I don't know one player that has set the practice schedule. Now
that is an interesting point. That's an interesting point. Their positionalities never allowed them to be in that situation.
Players execute orders. They're soldiers in military. They're not the general.
That makes sense.
Doesn't mean that player can't become a general.
That's a good point.
And that's all we're saying. How do you know how long to practice the guys? Do you get that feeling? Let me ask you this, Street.
What's up?
What does Deshaun Jackson's first staff meeting look like?
What does it look like?
Who do you ask?
What is the very first thing he says besides "Good morning, guys"?
Ask the lady. She knows, the chat GTP lady.
Kiki.
Ask Kiki. Kiki will tell you everything.
What does it look like? What do you mean? Where would it be hell? Like, what do you mean? What it look like?
That's what he's asking, though. Like,
right,
what do you do?
Yeah, this is my point. Street, you the head coach right now of Hayes University. We your staff right now. We in the staff meeting.
What's the first thing you do?
Hey, he probably walk in there and say he know he ain't got a lot of background in this and explain to them why, you know what I'm saying? What's going on? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how did he a lot of people in that room he skipped.
Hey, did everybody get their coffee? We good?
Can you imagine your first day at like your job, whatever job, and the boss walks in and is like, hey, I know I'm probably not the right manager for this, but what's up?
So here's a perfect example. Before Coach Hayes football is what it was, I used to do football videos, like coverages and stuff. And one of them was a practice plan. That video is probably 5 years old now. I still get hit up because on that video, I said, I'll give you a copy of the practice plan. Do you know how many people on that video email me and say, Coach, can I get a practice plan? This is my first time being a head coach. And they're taking my practice plan off of YouTube videos, bro. Mm-hmm. And that's okay because it's at that particular level. We're talking about sending kids to a collegiate sport. Like these guys are saying, hey, Coach, I just got the job at such and such high school. This is my first time. I was coaching Pop Warner last year, but they say I'm the head coach. Can you send me that practice schedule?
But what if it's a situation to where HBCUs have tried every fucking thing, Hayes? They tried everything, and there is no bridge from HBCU to the NFL. Deion found a bridge. He pulled Shador and Travis over. Hey, let's go. They got the bridge up, and that bitch blew up as soon as he got across them. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. There is no bridge. They act as if those coaches don't know what they're coaching about. So what if they saw that and was like, okay, we're gonna get a name. The name is gonna get press. Then there's gonna be a head coach under him or assistant head coach, a guy that knows all of that shit. Because you know he don't know it, right? And there's a guy there, you know what I'm saying, that does all that stuff, kind of like assistant head coach that's probably did it before, that understands it. Because I can't see how they send him in there raw like that. And like, okay, dog, you got it. First thing he gonna do is get on YouTube when they close the door. Because it has to be somebody with him, dog. It has to be. No, so it has to be somebody with him. I think he's a figurehead, right? The name of those two schools have never been in the media as much as they were last week.
Agreed.
That's win number one. I didn't even know what color the motherfuckers was who Vic was going to. He walked in green. I was like, oh, they green. All right, let's go. Let's go. So that's win number one. But hey,
no, but again,
there's no way they can do that raw dog. There's no way they're sending them in there.
I think, but it's kind of funny because I think we're coming from two different angles. Like I think Hayes is focused on like the coaching aspect, what it means to be a coach,
in the long
work,
game,
the effort, right? All the stuff that it means to be a coach, what that looks like in that profession. I think Street is saying, yeah, I hear all that, but we don't have nothing. We don't have no money. We don't have no attention. We don't have no da-da-da-da. So this is a great way to kind of come together and say, you might not have any coaching. Honestly, I've never, and now that I think about it, I don't think it was just Sean Jackson I saw coaching, but whatever. They don't have any coaching experience. Okay. And honestly, this might be an actual interesting experience because there was a president that we once had that had zero ability and skill and experience also, and he became the president. So my thing is, I'm interested to see how much they learn, grow, and develop and recruit and do all the things. Are there going to be things they don't do right? Absolutely. Because they're going to have blind spots. They don't even know they're going to have blind spots. But if it brings those universities more money, more attention, more all the things they've always wanted, maybe. I
guess Florida and Street, I guess I know what that grind is too, because I did it for 24 years. That even the guys in the profession, and I all due respect to those guys who played great and gold jackets and Pro Bowlers and Hall of Famers, but that grind of
being a coach.
And here's the deal: you're like, I guess it's that thing. Like, come on, bro. Like, I'm right here. I'm at this particular level. You know, like, thank God Willie Simmons got him a job, man. Shout out to Willie Simmons at FIU now, right? But the grind he put in, and they were just talking about it at FIU, right? Think about this. Willie Simmons was talking about FIU. He said, I'm used to washing clothes and cutting the grass and doing all that stuff.
Man.
Like, but that's that level, right? So you think about those guys who've grinded that for the 20 years, the 30 years, and they don't get those opportunities, bro. That's because people think you just get a coaching job anywhere. It ain't. It's a million people trying to get 1,000 jobs.
That's wild, bro.
Like, it's tough. And we talking about major football. Street, when Illinois passed me, and I say, man, them boys get police escort everywhere they go. It ain't like that for every football team, bro.
No.
Yeah.
Your bus got to pull over because the other bus got caught at the light. I'm just saying. It ain't you. Dog, they literally held up the Florida Turnpike so them 4 buses could get where they got to get within minutes.
Right.
Bro, when we was at FIU, we used to fly. We flew out of Fort Lauderdale Executive Airport. We would go from FIU, you know what that is, to Fort Lauderdale Executive Airport, maybe less than 20 minutes at the max. Max. So I'm just saying, I'm talking about it's no breaks from the time you pull off the campus until you get to until you pull up next to the plane. No breaks have been applied because it's police escort all the way there. All I'm saying is, in this profession, I hope it's not being made a mockery of. And I'm not saying that these guys won't do well. And I'm not saying that they won't learn on the job. I get it. But there is a certain level, I think, of respect. And I think it's kind of also where the sports writers were feeling when athletes would just put the helmet down and pick up the microphone. They were like, I went to school for this, and I learned the etiquette, and I learned it's kind of that same thing. Yeah. You know what I mean? You know, it's kind of that. Because think about it. When you look at basketball, the only dude that didn't play up there is Ernie.
That's true. I also think that sometimes in life we experience a changing of the guards. And I don't think that we are necessarily ready for it. And it makes us uncomfortable because it's not what we're used to. I mean, let's be honest. It's happening in college football. Like, you know, some of us are used to, like, your team plays, your team stays, your team does this. And that's what it is. And people aren't adjusting to the changes because it's evolving. It's not going back to where it used to be. So let that go. That's over. It's time. We need something new. Something new is coming. Go ahead, read that super chat from
Real
Chad.
quick. Shad, it's been up there for a minute, $4.99. In Mike Vick's case, the dog situation will keep him at the level unless he just blows it out the water. Appreciate that, Shad. Here's the next thing. Look at this. Mario had Coach Hayes riding coach on the plane. Man, we flew Allegiant Airlines, dog. Ain't no first class. Everything, even the pilot seat was coach. Don't even trip.
Tell Chad go to the corner, dog. Man, it's wild.
Nah, I'm just saying, bro. Like, I get it, and I understand it. To your point, Flawed.
I think this speaks, though. Can I be honest and say, and I'm going to choose my words very carefully. Mm-hmm. I think what we're speaking to, though, is a change in society. I think this is just more microwave society, less using your critical thinking and experience. We care less and less about experience. We care less and less about how much work somebody has put into something. Instead, we want that instant thing. And if we get a name and we get that instant thing, we're happy. And so I feel like this is successful because they got a name. Now, in this day and age, you got media attention. That's what people want. You get all of these things. And I feel like that causes things to shift and change. Like Hayes Fawcett, every time somebody enters the transfer portal, every time he gets a chance, he makes this visual. Why? Because his name is attached to the visual. Now, he's actually not doing a damn thing. Any one of us on this panel can go on there and freaking make the same things that he's making and take the same amount of time. But his name is the name that people recognize. And I think it's speaking more to where we are as a society, where the thought process used to be, okay, do you have the skills? Are you capable? Are you sure? Can we prove it? Now it's like big name, attention, you're hired. You're hired.
Yeah, I guess the last thing I'll say about it is I think what's the most intriguing about this is, do these guys really know what they signed up for?
No.
Because players don't spend a quarter of the time coaches spend in football. Players, they practice, they watch film, they have meetings, they go home. The coaches, that's a quarter of your day, right? That same film that you watch with the players, you watched it before to grade it. Then you have to meet about the practice that the players had. You go to that practice. Then when practice is over, you meet about the practice. You break down the film of that practice. You implement new plays of that practice to build the schedule for tomorrow's. What I'm saying is the lifestyle that a Deshaun Jackson, a Mike Vick, not saying they're not businessmen, but the everyday grind, if you want to do this at a high level, we ain't even talking about players don't recruit. Being on the phone with these parents recruiting, flying across the country, going to see you at height, like you just said, the GM at the games. You on your off season when you think your wife said, "Baby, can we go to Disney World?" Because when players have an off season, they off. When coaches have off season,
they don't get off.
They're working. They flying to high schools, watching high school games or whatever. They're not off. So the lifestyle is so different. So I guess my question is, are you sure you're ready for this?
But that's the thing. We can't have both ways. What do you think, Street? Like, if we're going to be a microwave society, we're a microwave society.
Yeah, I think things. Okay, first of all, we got 1,400 people in here, man. That's what's up. Make sure I hit the like button, share. Really, Flawed. Tell the people where to come find you at. You know what I'm saying? Like 1,400.
I will say it if Coach Hayes claps for me. So you can find me at Really Flawed. That's my YouTube channel. I talk about sports, and Texas is my team. Hook 'em. And I talk about Colorado Buffaloes. I talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers, and I talk all things football. And I'd like to collaborate and interact. And I might have something cool and exciting starting next week with the NFL teams that are in the playoffs. So that is my YouTube channel. And I just launched some merch. So if you're interested in getting a shirt or something cute, you can get it. I'm waiting for mine to come in so I can sport it and wear it and represent myself. But so yeah, that's where you can find me. And so yeah, so that's that.
Sean Jackson ready to cut the grass instead of go hang out with his wife or girlfriend? He on the lawnmower.
1400 is a lot, dog. You think who did that? Cam Ward or really far did that? 1400, we up there, dog.
I think they did that.
They did that.
Here.
Move the camera. So listen.
Give me it. Where's the clapping thing?
This is what I think. Like, listen, so let's all just put ourselves in Deshaun Jackson's shoes, right? Because we were pushing for Ray Lewis to get the FAU job and FIU job. I don't know if he coached before either. Remember, Hayes, you kept saying Ray Lewis want to coach. You know what I'm saying?
Ray Lewis, the next head coach in Miami. How about that?
You're Deshaun Jackson, right? Flawed, Hayes. You was this hell of a wide receiver. Now you're this podcast guy that's on there keeping it real, throwing coaches under the bus, right? And a coaching job comes up. You go sit down and talk to the AD. How do you think that comes to you? He's not in there telling his coaching accolades. I'm sure they're telling him, hey, bro, this is the idea we have, right? Mm-hmm. And then he's probably like, hey, listen, man, I sponsor a strip club on Thursday nights. I got to go out there. You know what I'm saying? So they probably have to pitch it to him and explain to him how this is going to work, because I can't see him coming in there trying to, even though, Hayes, you always say the people who hire these coaches aren't qualified. He still has to, I don't see him coming in there convincing that he's the man for the job when he's never done it, right? Mm-hmm. So the idea, I think, has to come from them. And I don't think he signed up for what you're talking about, Hayes. I don't think he signed up for that.
And to that point, else, huh? So now it's also kind of like how I look at the NFL GM versus head coach. Mm-hmm. You want me to win, but I can't pick my players. The dude in the suit picking on my players. But when I lose, it's on me. It's almost like, so Deshaun Jackson goes in there and they pitch this idea. Again, those people, as I've always said, 95 to 99% of them are probably not qualified from a coach's perspective, mm-hmm. right? Because to hire a head coach, it's just like the board of trustees. Does the board of trustees come to the head coach and ask about who the next president going to be for the university? No, because it's a total different skill set. What I'm saying is the president of the university, maybe some of ADs have coached, so they got a little background, I get it. But most of those people are from the academic side. They're not qualified to ask you about your over or your under defensive front. They don't know what the hell you're talking about. They want to know your philosophy, how you handle players, if they get out of line, but that kind of stuff. So if I'm Deshaun Jackson and they come to me, all right, coach, no problem. So where do I get my coaches from? Because Deshaun Jackson or Mike Vick or whomever, the coaches that they probably know are their high school coaches, their college coaches, and their NFL coaches, and none of them, except the high school coaches, probably going to, and at his age, his high school coach probably older now. Mm-hmm. Because Mike Vick got to be at least 45 around our age, if not a little older. So guess what? Those coaches, think about it. So if his coach was 20 when he was coaching him, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. But anyway, long story short, who do you get to come into Norfolk State when Norfolk State ain't paying? You get the NFL coaches? Or how about this? Let's get the college coaches. And I'll take Deion for a perfect example. No knock to him. When Deion went to Jackson State, Mike Zimmer and them went to Colorado because they didn't have a job. Pat Shermer didn't have a job. They didn't leave their job to come to them. They didn't have a job, so they were like, hey, I live right here. Let's go. I'll come over there. Pat Shermer showed up in Colorado because he lived down the damn street. He didn't move. He lived down the street. Yeah. So I say all that to say, how do you now get those guys to come and stay away from their family for $40,000 a year? Because a Jackson State and an Alabama coach is putting in the same amount of time work. I mean, like they're putting in the same numbers. Just because you get paid less, shit. We popping out at 5. The union said we leave at 5. It don't work that way.
When you first stopped coaching, right, mm-hmm. and you saw your coaching career coming to the end, if Mike Vick called you and was like, "Hey, I got this job, but I ain't never been a head coach in my life. I got $45,000 for you, dog. Come up here and show me how this is." You not going?
No.
Okay.
Not for 45. Because I know what it
college,
is.
How much you think Vic getting?
Maybe 250. 300.
So you think the assistants getting, they gotta be getting at least 80, 100, no?
Okay, let's look it up.
Oh shit. I might not want to look it up. I might be sad.
Bro, it's sad, bro. Bro, it's sad. Watch this. It's sad. They got Michael Vick. Let me see. I'm trying to find a state school. South Carolina State. I'm trying to find this because private school.
Sure there's somebody in Michael Vick and
Here it is.
History, Hayes.
South Carolina State head coach make $287,000. So I was kind of right. So their head coaches, their assistant coaches, they DC might make 100.
Yeah.
Might make 100. We talking about the running back coach at Miami making 5 or 6.
Yeah, I mean, but you take.
Well, we saw Willie Simmons. He made 300. He left to go to be the running back coach at Duke for 600.
But if they're taking this job, let's just live in a world where, okay, cool. They don't have the experience. They have to learn. They have to grow. They have to develop, and all those things. Cool. But what if they know that and they're willing to put in this work? And they know that the payoff, right? We all know the payoff. But, or what if this is just the thing they want to do and they're going to learn through it? Because the other thing I do like, and athletes usually get this rep, is you are a top athlete, you know the expectations. So you doing this job, you're going to come into this with a different mentality because you're an athlete. Sometimes it's successful, sometimes it's not. And so maybe that gives them a leg up. Like, I feel like I've just been listening and I can understand both sides of it. Yeah. And I'm on the side of like, why not take the chance and just see what kind of happens? Because weren't these teams both bad last year?
Yeah, that's why most time they get the job. They get
so it's like, can it get worse?
But it's also, but I agree. But I don't want to be a laughing stock in that sense, right? Like, look at that, because and I get it, and I'm not mad about it. I get it. I totally understand.
I think for you, though, it's just like it's more personal.
Like I said, it's the assistant. Now you got to find 10 assistant coaches, and I'm gonna go back to the Deion example. Who did he bring with him when he went to Jackson State? He brought the guys he coached high school with, right? Mike Hart, Hart, a lot of those guys, right? And then he brought HBCU coaches in, like Flea. That's what they made. Gary Harrell. Shout out to him, man. Flea from the crib, right? That's what they were accustomed to. So where do you get that cachet for? Like, where do you get that Rolodex of players or coaches from that are going to come in? Now, when he went to Colorado, now let's look at the change. Phil Loho, where does he do? What does he do? He comes from Arkansas, comes there. It's not a down move more than it is a lateral move. What's your boy name? Sean Lewis, when he came there to be the coordinator, right?
Yeah.
But ain't nobody was talking.
I understand what you're saying. I keep just going back to the time we live in now, and in a lot of ways, I don't know if it matters. Let's be honest. People don't even read anymore. People read headlines and they think they understand everything in the article. This is the same. We don't know if they know what coaching is. They've never coached before because they've never had to.
Michael Vick coached a few. Y'all want to pull up Michael Vick coaching history again?
Panama Jack said Coach Prime lost 2 assistants to Mississippi State due to his success. You said Mississippi, not Mississippi. You said Mississippi State.
Did you read Shad? Don't know.
Mississippi State, dog. That's not upward move. That's not even a lateral move. That's a demotion.
Did we read Shad? Don't know.
No. Because it was only $1.99.
What?
Trying to trigger me.
I'm just messing with him.
Shad said the Steelers didn't unleash hell in December.
Keep your comments to yourself, Shad. How about that?
I'm gonna leave that one up there for a little bit. Hold on.
How about focus on your team? Okay. How about that?
What happened in December? They didn't unleash hell. What they unleashed?
Nothing.
Ice age?
Not much happened in December.
Nothing.
A lot of L's. A lot of L's.
Yeah.
Really?
I hope, like I said, I hope it works out.
Why is that still on the screen?
That's bothering you?
No, my bad. My mouse ran out of batteries.
Mhm.
I gotta change the batteries. Hold
Yeah,
on.
okay.
Dang, Street. Supposed to leave it up there for a little bit. Yeah, my battery worked now.
Whatever.
No, we can take it down. Shut up.
Nah,
Shut
bro.
up.
I hope they know. I hope they know what they're doing. I think they're thinking Dion goes to Jackson State and gets the number one player in the nation to come there, and a couple other kids to follow him. And they probably like, if Dion can get a number one player in the nation, come on, Vic. You can at least get us a goddamn 4-star.
No, I think didn't Deshaun Jackson or didn't one of them just get somebody that flipped?
I know they offered somebody. I know Deshaun offered somebody.
I read that wrong?
He offered a little kid. He offered that little kid. What's the little kid up there in Orlando? Okay, he's the little kid, the little speedy kid. Little famous.
You know what school?
No. It's a kid. He's like 12.
Oh shit. No.
10. What's his name?
12.
Yeah, the little.
See what I'm saying? God damn. That's your first offer, a 12-year-old.
No.
Yeah, it's all Blaze.
No.
The little kid, Blaze.
Oh, he live in Orlando? I didn't know.
No, he got his first transfer portal commitment, running back Kobe Boykin from Jackson State, the reigning 2024 HBCU national champions.
From where you got him from?
Jackson State.
Yeah, he offered Blaze. Blaze is 12, I think, 11 maybe.
Let's not talk about the kids. Let's talk about actual.
Well, I'm gonna tell you how this works. Let's look up Blaze. Blaze probably
Shad,
had.
go to sleep. Go to sleep, Shad. I'm tired of it. He talking about he's 12, but he might graduate early.
I think you saying that actually makes Coach Hayes' point. So let's not.
Hey,
anyways,
what's the area code up there? 407 or something?
407. Yeah.
What's 813?
Tampa.
Blaze has 700,000 followers on Instagram.
The 12-year-old?
Yeah.
What is that? What are we doing? What?
Why don't he up a baby Gronk then?
No, well, but Blaze was like the fastest kid in the world for a few years.
Blaze is 12. What is he going to do for Deshaun Jackson?
Hold on, he might be 11. He might be 11 or 10. We hoping for 12, okay? But no, that's the thing. No, I'm not gonna lie. Miami offered a couple middle school kids this year too. I think it's just the way to connect to the community. I think the Blaze thing is because Blaze has a huge platform. They have a huge platform. That's the road they're walking down. Hayes comes from this coaching world of this coaching.
It's
right.
great,
And Hayes is just like, he the old man with the rocking chair with some yak. Like, man, no, that's some bullshit. Back in our days, we
only thing I'm saying, Street, like, here's what I'm saying, right? And again, I always ask this question. To leave that nice, like, I guess maybe I'm asking myself, when you ask me about, will I go for 45? If I'm Deshaun Jackson, he's on a podcast with Shady McCoy, I believe.
Yeah.
He's probably living a very comfortable, stress-free life. I'm going to go back to John Gruden example. If you gave me $5 million a year to talk about football, and it's only my opinion, and I've never seen a commentator get fired for their opinion. They get fired for doing foolishness off the camera. Mel Kiper is making money, and he's ass wrong every year, right? Here's what I ask people. For $5 million a year at ESPN to talk football, go to the draft thing, and put some quarterbacks on the board and say, YF banana split, 3 right, Django on 2, draw that up, or give me $10 million a year and be the head coach of the Raiders and lose my hair, get a big old gut, my quality of life the fans hate me. I would take $5 million a year and work hard as hell for 3 months.
Would you?
But I don't know. I wouldn't, because I've never had the coaching experience.
No, but I'm saying if John Gruden coached.
What are you passionate about, Willie Flaw? Give me something you're passionate about.
But what I'm saying is like, so okay. If you take, I mean, obviously, I'm not Deshaun Jackson. Obviously, I'm not him. But what I'm saying is, if somebody came and made me an offer and gave me the opportunity to be a head coach or to be something in football, like you're saying, I would take it in a second. I would leave my comfortable life to go do that because, first of all, I've always wanted to do that. But second of all, because it's different, and why not? Like, why not get the experience? Because if I don't like it, I still get to go back to doing the thing I was going to do. But like, why not try it? Like, why not give it a shot? People aren't going to like me the same way they're going. You know what I mean? Like,
no,
it's the
not
same
that.
thing.
I'm talking about. I don't care about the likes. We're talking about.
Bro, why is Bill Belichick back in coaching, Hayes?
To get his son a job. To get his son a job.
That's your answer right there. I think. I think.
Yeah.
I think when you find a thing that you're passionate about, right? Life is about purpose,
right?
And when you find something that you're passionate about, like it's the thing that you would do for free,
right?
You take it away from somebody. Hey, you sitting up here talking with me and Really Flawed is not. You don't get the same feeling that you get in November. It's 2 hours before a playoff game. You don't get that same feeling here.
I can agree with you. Listen, I can agree with that. But the difference that I do know is what I've come to realize, and it actually was a blessing for me because I thought I was going to be a lifetime coach. I really did. But my quality, this is me now speaking. I can't speak for other coaches. I get it. Like a guy like Bill Belichick, they lifers. I get it. When I even talked about John Gruden, I thought the day that I walked off, and I remember putting my shirt, I remember laying my coaching shirt in the middle of the locker room floor, and I knew I was done. Because I felt like Nick Saban, like he saw the change. I saw the change. I didn't want to be a part of it. The players don't want to practice. I got a 6'4", 290-pound dude being recruited by everybody. He want to sell goddamn tennis shoes. Like, I'm fighting hard, and I knew I didn't want to be a part of it anymore. Like, and I'm trying to tell this kid, baby, I get the fact that you like to sell shoes, but build this platform, because he was good. Build this platform, and you could be the damn shoe guy for the team. Like, he couldn't, like, I'm trying my best, and I knew, that's just a quick story. I knew I was done in that aspect, and I'll go to the college part of it. That's another day, but I knew I had run my race. And when I ran my race, I was really about to go into real estate. This happened because of COVID, what I'm doing now. I had already made my mind up looking at real estate thing. I was going to start working in that field. But I made that damn one video with Kamari Wilson, and now I'm here talking YouTube and shit, right? So I kind of get the best of both worlds where I still had that freedom where I can do some real estate things and still be around the game, in essence, and talk the game. I'm not completely away from it. But to y'all point about Deshaun Jackson doing stuff you really love, you ain't never coached it. Do you know if you really love it?
But how do you know though? How do you know?
Go to their Wikipedia page.
No, how do you know if you love it? Because this is the same thing I tell my students.
But that's my point. Right? Respect it.
But you don't know that he's not. This is what I tell my students all the time. They're like, they have all these hopes and all these dreams, and they're like, I want to get a business degree. And I'm like, all right, but what are you going to do with that? Like, what is business to you? Are you going to own a business? Do you want to be a business leader? Like, what does that look like for you? Deshaun Jackson might be like, I want to talk about football. So they did the podcast, and he was like, I want more than just to talk about football. I want to impact football. And so maybe now he's thinking, well, F it. If somebody's going to give me a full-time job to be a coach, I'm going to go be a coach of football. Now, he might get into it and be like, I absolutely hate this. Or he might get into it and go, I kind of like the coaching, maybe not head coach. This is a lot, but I would love to be somebody's assistant. But how would he ever know that if he doesn't?
Because you've had ample opportunity. If Deshaun Jackson walks to anybody's college, high school, he's going to get the job. I just feel like there's a level of respect for it because, to your point about the business degree, that's on you. You getting a business degree affects just you. But you becoming a head coach affects those 80 kids you're taking care that you're coaching, mentoring, and may have an opportunity to go to the next level, and so forth and so on. So those kind of things are a you decision. Your podcast is a you decision. If people watch it or they don't watch it, their life not going to end because you stopped the podcast. But these players are counting on you. Believe it or not, these coaches, their mobility and upward mobility is a lot of it is based on what happens. How many coaches get jobs from losing teams?
Yeah.
Very rare.
Yeah. I guess
that's why you see the Nick Saban tree all over the place, because they win and people want to sponge from that. And so that's how I kind of look at it is, if you want to get into coaching, cool, get into coaching. And that's why I don't knock Deion. I never knock Deion for that. I always say there's things he had to learn because it's a different level. It's like if somebody went to me right now and said, Coach, be a head coach at G5, Power 5. I don't know everything. There's definitely some things I have to learn because I haven't done that, but I have the basis. So with Deion, at least he had been coaching for some time, definitely a different level, but there's some things he had to learn, and we saw that as he evolved as this coach. But for a guy to be on the job training day one in Division I football, it's tough work. Can I do this real quick? Can I give some love to a new member? We got a new member in the building. Y'all clap for real? Because
can we get the picture off the screen?
Yeah, is that Ashanti's mom up there? Hold on, I'm on a little screen. Hold on. No, that's not Ashanti's mom.
Belichick girlfriend.
We're off the rails.
Y'all clap it up for Ashanti mom becoming a new member in the building.
Ashanti mom.
Y'all gonna clap.
No.
All right.
I was gonna say Bill Belichick probably stayed home for about a year with that young 24-year-old, and he was like, "Man, she finna kill me. I gotta get up out of this house." I thought this was gonna be fun.
But hey, you better have a son that's younger than my grandkids.
Jesus Christ, huh?
Hey, I'm about to have a son that's younger than my grandkids. This ain't gonna work.
Yeah, he probably stayed over a year. He thought it was gonna be fun. He thought he stay home. I'm retired. I got my 24-year-old girlfriend, and then about 2-3 Viagra's a day. Boy, Bill was about to be in the casket, boy.
I just think that people can. I don't know. I could go either way. I like when people get jobs that they might not qualify for, but they have to work and grow into them and be amazing. And if I know how I am when I start something that I don't know anything about, but I'm really passionate about it, I usually exceed at that thing because I'm doing it because it's a different drive. It's something that's like fun and exciting. It's a passion. And I mean, we don't know what's going to happen. We just have to hope that they don't screw this up. You think
I'm going to ask you one question, Flaw. You ready?
Yeah.
And this is my last question.
And I have a question for you after.
Okay. Do you take the doctor with 30 years experience and was number 30th in his class? Or do you take the first-time doctor on heart surgery that was number 1 in his class?
I think that that's a different conversation.
But I'm just asking, what do you take?
I mean, whoever is going to come in and save my life, I don't get a choice. That's the thing. I don't know.
No, you have a choice. It's not an emergency room. It's not an emergency room. You get to pick your doctor.
What's the question? Do
you take the doctor with 30 years experience, but was 30th in his class, or do you take the first-year doctor who was number 1 in his class, like you're his first heart surgery? Or you take the dude with 30 years experience.
If you're talking about saving my life,
exactly,
I'm going to take somebody with experience. This is about my life.
Yeah.
If you're talking about coaching football,
entertainment,
right? That's not even the same.
Yeah, but I know it's a drastic example, but I said that too because a lot of people are saying there are coaches who have experience that don't do well, and I get that. But in life, we always look at the history of anything we do. Okay. No, let's not go that drastic. Do you take the dude that just got his contracted license today? Or you take the dude that got a contracted license for 10 years?
But I'm just
saying, In life, we look at history and we look at what people have done prior to.
But I don't necessarily
because it gives credence to what we think they could do. It doesn't mean the guy who just got a license ain't the best ever. He might blow the other dude out the water.
I think I hear what you're saying. I just don't think that those points are the same type of points, because I think you're asking me questions about me and what I would do about my life. That's different than what you're saying of how I'm going to go impact somebody else's life.
How?
Because it's just me. Right. And I'm not passionate about that, but I have no passion about that. Like, I have no passion about who's going to drive. And I don't care. Yeah, if you were to say to me, if I had a child, would I want my child to go? That I think maybe I can get with that differently.
Well, that's the same concept.
I think the element you're leaving out, Hayes, the element you're missing is the fact that these colleges have been playing football and a band have been coming out and they've been putting on these extraordinary shows for years. And nobody other than their HBCU community gives a damn, right? I've been on record of saying, what is the bigger event to go to? Grambling Southern, FAMU Bethune, or Alabama Auburn, right? I tried to shoot a Howard University game, right, by myself like I do any other game. And I'm going to tell you, I couldn't do it because there's too much entertainment going on at one time. I needed 3 cameras because it's too much going on at an HBCU game. And that's when I realized that, wait a minute. Is the HBCU game a more entertaining thing? And they just have thrown it under the rug and don't get any mainstream media. So if you get a Deshaun Jackson or Michael Vick, guess who cameras turn on, Hayes, when they walk in the door? Those cameras that you've been dying to be a part of. ESPN, Fox Sports. Now you've been put in the room and you're being mentioned. And I think
we're being mentioned, but here's my
thing,
and I'm with you, Street, and you're right. But again, I'm just gonna go real deep here. This is our fault too as a community because we don't support. No. I'm being deep here because think about what I'm about to tell you. Long as we can shuck and jive, they'll put a camera on us. Long as we can make them money because we won't support. We don't support our HBCUs. The fact that people don't know what HBCUs are, the fact that people don't know the names of HBCUs, that's a problem within our community. I'm just calling a spade when it comes to HBCUs. When the fact that you got our own football players snubbing their nose at an HBCU, and I've said this story before and I'll say it again, I don't expect any player on this God's green earth to pick Tennessee State over the University of Tennessee. I get it. But when it's ingrained that when I had a player said that he's going to go to Austin P over Tennessee State, and I said, why? Because they're Division I, coach, right? And I looked at him, I said, dummy, they in the same conference, Ohio Valley Conference. Mm-hmm. That is the problem because we are already, it is brainwashed that is better than this, and Tennessee State been whooping Austin P and Eastern Illinois forever. So what I'm saying is we have to, as a people, we have to do better to educate what the importance of HBCUs and so forth and so on. And we look down upon them when Tennessee State is literally in the same conference. Hampton leaves there and goes to the Big South. And bro, have you ever heard of Campbell University?
Mm-hmm.
The Camels?
I follow them on Instagram.
That's my point. Guess who conference Hampton was in? The same conference. But you got kids willing to go to the Campbell Camels versus the HBCU on the same conference, the same level of football.
Mm-hmm.
The quality of life in college is better. Bro, what the hell do you think you do at Campbell University when football season over?
Tiger just told me Western Carolina was in a city in North Carolina. I lived in North Carolina for 8 years. Drove all around North Carolina for numerous reasons. I have no clue what city Tiger is in North Carolina, bro. Never seen it on the map. Never crossed paths with it. I was like, bro, you're where?
What's the school?
Western Carolina.
Oh, but that's not a HBCU. Yeah, that's not.
No. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I had no clue where he was. Where he was. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
These. So I'm saying that to say that in your report just committed to Tuskegee.
Correct.
What we have been hoping to happen in football it could be about to happen. Because I think some people are realizing what you're saying, Hayes. They're realizing that, hey, if I go to FAMU, because now high school kids are going to have to go lower levels. If it ain't clear to you now, it should be. It has to be clear to you now. High school recruiting is getting pushed down.
Facts.
And they're going to have to go to lower levels.
Yeah.
And I think they're going to start saying, instead of me going to Indiana to go this prestigious, you know what I'm saying? Let me just go have fun for 2 years. Then maybe I get, you know what I'm saying, get out of here in a year or so. Instead of me going to FIU, maybe I go to FAM and I get this black experience and then you get out of there in a year. So I think that's about to start. I think it's about to start happening. It happened in a way that we didn't see coming.
Which goes back to the original point, though. That's why you hire Michael Vick and Deshaun Jackson.
Yeah.
No,
it has to be a magnet. It has to be a reason to bring him there.
And here's a perfect example. Campbell Camels. They are in Buies. They're in Buies Creek, North Carolina. The population is 3,500 people.
Wow. Woo. And that's a university?
Yes. And most schools are in versus Tennessee State, which is in Nashville. But we won't do the homework. And that's all I'm saying is that we got to do better. The fact that it's people that, matter of fact, here we go.
That's a great point, Hey. That is a great point.
That's what I'm talking about, the quality of life. Yeah. Bro, I have never seen a Campbell, Eastern Illinois football game on television. I'm a junkie. It's a game on TV right now. But what we have to educate our people on too is the quality of life, going back to the classics, right? Going back to homecoming. If you're good, they're going to find you. We have to understand that. But we have in our mind that is right. I always said that. I remember when FAMU played Southeastern Louisiana. Imagine those kids that played at Southeastern Louisiana went to Dillard, Xavier, Grambling, Southern in Louisiana. They could now compete in the playoff. The reason they go to the Celebration Bowl, because they can't compete with those teams. I'm just calling it what it is. That's why they opt out and go to the Celebration Bowl, because you can't compete in the playoffs. You get your head knocked off because they have more talent. But that's because we head over heels. I got to go to this school. And if you go look at Southeastern Louisiana, they don't even got a state. They got grass over there. Dog, Trash Powell got more seating than Southeastern Louisiana. You can pull up their facilities right now and put it on the screen. But we lose our mind because we everything that glitter ain't gold. But if we go and give love and show support, that's kind of what Ed Reed was talking about. We got to give back, and we don't. We don't.
So are we still talking about head coaches, or are we talking about black folks?
I'm talking about both. I was just talking about our HBCUs, our black folks. I was talking about our athletes that can go into those programs and really make them competitive. Because I'm gonna tell you what they don't want. They want to keep us in the MEAC and the SWAC. So we beat up each other, go to Atlanta and play to celebrate. Imagine us going in that playoff and Tennessee State, Grambling, whoever is the national champion.
A national champion in what?
That level.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
At the FC, at that level. That's why you think they play the playoffs. Playoffs? Playoffs? Yeah, the playoffs. I'm just saying that from a recruiting perspective is deadly.
So
yeah, you would have to do the history on that. I don't know if y'all have ever did the history on the Negro League, and you would have to do the history to figure out, like, why is it looked at like this? Like, why coaches aren't taken from HBCUs? Like, why is there no bridge? Like,
They don't
because white is right. What do you mean?
And they don't
are we serious? Are we serious right now?
But it could be a bridge. Like, you got a winning coach at an HBCU, right? Like Willie just went to FAM, but Manny had to pull him to Duke first, right? And then in a year he's at FIU as the head coach because it's almost like they're saying, yeah, they coaching down there, but they're not coaching.
Yeah.
No, yes they are. Do the history. Find out where some of these offenses and stuff came from. You know what I'm saying?
I think the problem is it's a cultural shift that a lot of people don't even realize they're not aware of. Like, a lot of, like, listen, let's just call it what it is. I say this all the time. People probably get annoyed with me saying this. 54% of adults are illiterate. I'm not making this up. You can go Google it. 54% of adults are illiterate. Illiterate means they cannot read. If you cannot read, you cannot comprehend. So why I'm saying this is, like I talked about the microwave society beforehand, is so what can we do? Because if people don't even realize they're a part of holding the rest of us back, because I'm one of those people that believes the weakest link is always going to hold you back. It doesn't matter how good the best is. If you have this person that's dragging you down, the drag down is always going to be harder to get past than the person that's lifting you up. That's just how this works. So we're in a weird state where we're in a microwave society. We want things immediately. People can't comprehend. They can't read. They can't even admit that they are part of the percentage that can't read and can't function. So my point is, we're at an impasse. How do we bring more understanding and more aware? You know what I'm saying? Like, because it's one thing to say, like, hey, we need more of this. I agree with you. I 100% agree with you. But it's another thing. I hear you, but I don't think you're talking to me, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, some of us we are aware. We know what's going on. We aren't the people we need to reach. How do we reach the people we need to reach? The people that are listening to us right now, the 1,400 people, we're seeing the chat. 1,400 people aren't in this chat talking to us. There's 1,400 people, or however many people are left, that are listening to me talk right now that aren't even engaging with the other people that are in the chat.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So, like, my point is if we say it's a problem, and it is a problem, what is the bridge we can make? How do we make a bridge? How do we become a part of the bridge to say, hey, people in the back, the 775 of you that are never going to say anything to any of us, but we know you're watching, those are the ones that we need to reach. The people in the comment section are engaged. They're active.
You know what? I mean, that's a good point. The way it became this way, you know what I'm saying? Because all the athletes used to go to HBCU. Jerry Rice went to an HBCU. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. They used to have to go to HBCUs for obvious reasons.
Didn't Shannon Sharp go to HBCU?
Yeah, he went to Savannah State.
Savannah State.
The way it became this way is when they started taking the talent, but they had to devalue the league. They took the talent, they put the bigger colleges on television, gave them exposure, and then they like the movie Us, the HBCUs were put in a shadow. And I think they were put in a shadow for so long, you know what I'm saying? That so I hear what you're saying, Willie Fall, but it's almost like, hey, wait a minute, y'all put them there. You know what I'm saying?
But
maybe it's on purpose that hey, we don't want to. If we make that connection, then they may realize that they may have more fun at Tennessee State than at Auburn.
And I think that should actually be the goal. Right? It's like, give somebody more of something else they didn't even know can be better. And that's the issue. And I'll never forget one thing Coach Prime said that stuck with me is they were like, how did you get Travis Hunter? Like, what happened? And he said he came to see us during homecoming weekend and it was over. And it's because, what he really is saying is he saw the culture of Black people and he realized he wanted to be a part of that culture because you can't get that culture anywhere else. But my point is how many people are not aware of that culture? So we don't get the experience. Therefore, we're not getting what we need to get.
Well, and second part of that too is because we don't teach it, right?
Well, yeah, that's true too.
We don't teach it. What people don't realize, there's no HBCUs on the West Coast, right?
No.
So that's another fact. Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh?
That's an East Coast thing.
Yeah, because you got to remember as slavery came, we landed on the East Coast, South, North, and as it went, that's where schools were created. So a lot of these schools, a lot of people don't remember, like California wasn't even a state until 30 something? I might be wrong by that, 20s. So somebody can pull that up and look at it. Maybe fact check me. But it's all on East Coast to the South, Florida, even out to Texas. You got some, but I'll say this. You know how North Dakota State, they consider this powerhouse?
Mm-hmm.
You know how when they play Colorado, North Dakota State, they are power.
Yep. They have a system. They have a program.
That could be FAMU. That's the same level. That's what even Prom said that. We're the same level as North Dakota State. When they were Jackson State, I'm saying.
Yeah.
But people don't even people think that HBCU football is less than that. And that's
it's lower.
Yeah, it's less than North Dakota State. But North Dakota State gets all the love because the bracket right now, guess who's in the bracket now? Mercer, Montana State, Idaho, South Dakota.
Wow.
They just taking that over. But that could be our HBCUs if our kids all go to that same level of. See, people think North Dakota State is better than that. It's not. It's the same.
Yeah, that's
level.
a good point. That's actually a really good example.
It's the same level of football. But
I don't. Right. It's almost mind-boggling that we are.
That's a really good example.
Dakota State.
Say it again.
It's almost mind-boggling. You know what I'm saying? That they would choose to go to North Dakota State and not
because.
Not to live in Nashville. Can you imagine?
Right.
I would never choose North Dakota State over Nashville.
But you got to remember, their thing is about the logo, though. You got to remember, though, Claude, it's all about the logo. Because here's the thing. On signing day, Hayes signs to Delaware State. Or does he sign to Delaware? Now I feel like a failure because most people don't know that's division. They don't know it's the same level.
Yeah.
Well, that's why that's why y'all need to get y'all's signing day thing together so we can make it a big deal.
That's a good one, Stu. We got to talk about that.
Y'all need it. If y'all do that, then what happens, like all media happens, right? Because it's happening right now with big media. A lot of people aren't watching big media anymore. They're on YouTube. They're on, Patreon or whatever they're on to watch their news. So that's the thing. You have to slowly start chipping away at the thing and then make a new thing. That's how it works. So we need you all to host a signing party.
I like it.
So get to it. So you can just start small. Start with where you're at.
Yeah, that's why I give love. I give love to guys like Scotty Off Script and my man Doc Holliday. They cover. It's some more people out there. She loves D. She covers Jackson State. That's just to name a few. So shout out to those guys and ladies. But I'm just simply saying, when it comes to that, we have to understand the value that it brings, and that we're not less than. And people have to understand this too. Most of our HBCUs are not state schools. We don't get state funding. Tennessee State fighting for $500 million right now, maybe.
Yeah.
So,
well, I'll leave that to y'all to figure it out.
We got 1,600 in here, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button and share.
1656.
Well, hello, all you lovely people. Thank you for tuning in to us air our grievances. A little bit of football, a little bit of airing out our grievances, a little bit of wake up call, a little bit of education, a little bit of
Geraldine.
different things. Oh God.
Well, you don't know about Hampton, boy. We paid over there, boy. We ain't got no mold in our dorms. Cut it out, man. Hey, Hampton on that. Hampton, that Ivy League, boy. You better stop playing, Geraldine. Go do some research, homeboy. Get up out of here, man. Hey, we tied in with Coca-Cola, man. Get out of here, man. Get that crap out of here, man. Go play with your socks. Get out of here, man. Let me go. Let me be a G.
Y'all got OC House?
I don't. My computer can't handle it, dog, right now. If I put it in there, that thing will blow up.
Your thing has done well. Are you out of your drink? No more.
That's why it's doing great. You know, the Wi-Fi don't have to go through the drink. It's empty now.
Willie Flaw, you got an OC House?
I did. I put in the thing for you to play.
Okay, good. We ready. Run it. Yeah.
You go first.
Professionals over here. That was a segue for you, and
you this is your time. You go first because you're gonna have to play mine. So you do first.
You ready? You got to go first.
Well, my thing. You have to click the thing. Remember, you said you were gonna put it on the screen.
Yeah, let's go. Run it.
My I don't see how is sponsored by my own damn self. It's sponsored by Really Flawed YouTube channel. Okay. If you don't know where to find me, go to Really Flawed on YouTube. I am there. You can see me there. You can enjoy all of my craziness, more of me uncut sometimes. And sometimes I'm a mess and sometimes I'm not a mess. But yeah, so it's sponsored by me. And I have the good old Dallas Cowboys comment here because this is a mess. And so I agree with these comments for probably a different reason than I should, but yeah, roll that beautiful footage.
Beautiful. I mean, you look at their play. I mean, they have 2 big runs and 3 good deep shots. Other than that, we made them earn it, and you take away so we really take away the scoreboard. It was about 5 plays that decided this game, and you hate to say that because it's a lot of football, but. You know, the 2 deep shots to Devontae Smith and the one to A.J. Brown and also Devontae on that slant. You know, for the most part, we're making them earn it 3 yards, 2 yards, 4th and 1s, which is good football for when you're playing a team like the Eagles. But the other side is that when you play in those big teams, we understand big plays is going to happen. And you understand, like, all right, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, some of the best guys in the league, they're going.
So I don't know if y'all heard it, but he said, if you take away the scoreboard, they're okay.
He's an idiot.
They're okay.
What was the score?
A lot to not very much.
Can I deduce this? He said 5 plays. 5 times 7 is 35. That's 35 points I know of right there.
Yeah. If you take away the big run, the big touchdown, the longer touchdown, right, and a couple of plays, we were right in there. I don't know what the problem is. Like, bro.
Listen, in this day and age, I don't know what's real anymore, Really Flawed. He has a really successful podcast.
So by the way, it was 41-7. So they lost 41-7. So if you take away the big running play, the big pass play, the other touchdown, the other thing, and the other thing, we would have won, and the scoreboard, we would have won.
Let me give you another view of this, right? He has a very successful podcast, right? Every day after the game, he has to stand in his locker room and answer questions to people that he don't ever want to do, right? And he's saying a bunch of BS, and he's saying all the players speak, right?
Mm-hmm.
Those are millions of followers in front of him, though, that media. It looks like he's decided to just, okay, well, let me say something, right? Let me say something that will get traction, and it'll go right back to my podcast. Yep. That's what it looks like to me. Because he knows damn well what he's saying. He's finna get laughed at by his homeboy. Like, what are you saying? What?
Yeah. If you just take away all their touchdowns, right? All their touchdowns and the scoreboard, we were right where we were supposed to be. I don't see the problem.
I think he's smart enough. He's giving them a soundbite that they, like Kanye West, figured out. If I make them laugh at me, they will promote anything I have.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that's what, bro. He knows better not to say that, Hayes. Like,
he said some things that I would be like,
it's the Dallas Star though that messed him up, dog. It's the star he got on his jersey. It's like brain. Can I do this? Because I don't see how it's easy as to be a great segue.
Go ahead.
Real quick, shout out to Wild Dog who gifted 1 membership today. Y'all clap it up.
This man is focused on himself.
My I don't see how is brought to you by Coach Hayes. And this is my I don't see how right here. I don't see how the hell you supposed to pick out of all these damn colors on a damn for one wall. Bro, Sherwin Williams got to stop it, dog. All these colors damn near look the same. I don't know how you're supposed to do this.
Give it to really flaw. She'll pick it. They love doing stuff like that.
You know what's kind of funny? As I was, to be fair, as I was looking at that, I was like, "Ooh, that muted gray at the top."
Bro, when I tell you this is the worst.
That ain't your job, Hayes. That's the problem.
Yeah, on the fourth little swatch there on the top, I think that's your color.
Bro, and the worst part about it is when you put the color on the wall, it don't look like this. It don't look like this.
It don't.
It don't look like this.
I know which one.
It look like this.
Go to the
neutrals.
Go to the neutrals.
And it look like this.
Go to the
neutrals.
I don't see how it is. I don't see how the hell somebody came up with all these damn colors when we just need RGB, red, green, and blue, and white and black. Color of the day.
No, you don't. No, you don't. That was dumb. That was dumb. Boo! Boo!
That ain't your job. That's somebody. That ain't your job. That's supposed to be the lady's job.
I understand why they have colors. Okay, come on.
They'll be serious about it too. It'll be a real dilemma. Like,
bro, I went in the paint store and I see the man with his wife. The man just standing there like this, and she like this. She done took the book. She done bent the color back. She leaned over there by his face.
What I'm telling you. For you, I already know. In my head, for you, you need to go to the neutrals. I'm just telling you.
That's deep. That's deep. So I don't see how it's brought about investor.iod squad, and I'm just gonna start saying this: Bitcoin 100,000. That's just how I'm gonna say it for now. So if you want to get involved, 786-459-499. Send us a text, man. Say IOD squad, or the link is in the description down there. I don't see how. I've never seen this before, bro. I've never seen this before. We at a different place in sports. This is LeBron walking out warm up. They're about to play. They're finna play Golden State, right? LeBron walking out to warm up. Never seen it.
Fraternize with the enemy.
Bro, he literally tried to block his shot, dog. I've never seen that before. And dog, I'm gonna be honest with you. Sports is entertainment. And I think for a long time, Nike made us feel like it was real war. Like it was real war. It is entertainment, dog. And if you're there and you saw that, dog, that is entertaining. I'm sorry. But I've never seen the two teams like converse like before the game. Like I've never seen it that way. Do you think that takes away from it?
Yeah, man. Now if he would have slapped this ball and ran down the court, but you gonna slap it and then gonna get a dog hug. No.
A big long embrace. Like, hey guys.
Can I tell you something, Street? If you would have got me on that sideline for the Miami Hurricane Poptart Bowl, as soon as we got in there, we were straight media enemies. I'm finna put you to sleep, Street. I'm finna have the best camera angle. I'm finna have the best interviews. When you get to talking, I'm gonna be coughing in your mic. No, be enemies, dog.
No.
I'm tired of this.
So if he was right, he would have slapped and it'd be like, yeah, that's all night, you light-skinned mother. That's what you want to see.
Yes. Yes.
Yo, they say Sean Taylor, dog. They say Sean Taylor before the game, bro, used to go to the other side and say one night he got in Randy Moss's face. It was like, nigga, you ain't getting nothing tonight.
Exactly. Yes. Do you think Kobe would have done that? No. Kobe's not walking out, dapping you up before the game. No.
Kobe don't even talk to his own team. Kobe Kobe,
That's what.
an assassin.
Nigga, Mike wasn't doing that. Like,
No.
you would have blocked this shot and kicked the ball down somewhere and be like, not tonight, young boy. Like,
And
think
but,
about
like-
what Mike told Kobe. Man, I thought it was the coldest thing. You could wear the shoes, but you'll never feel them. Oh my God, bro. That's the. I want to get it. I don't even got a tattoo. I want to get a tattoo right there. You might wear the shoes, but you'll never feel them. Matter of fact, Street, you might have a mic, but you won't speak on it like me. How about that?
You think that takes away? I think.
Yes, I think it takes away their competitive advantage. We've lost the griminess, right? The go get them. We're like,
Okay, so listen, I don't know if that's true. The essence of sports is we go to a park. We all walk there as friends, right? We get to the park and we pick teams. And then what happens then? That is what is the
enemy.
How do we grow up, Hayes? We all walk there as friends, right?
Yes. We might leave as enemies. And we argue the all way home.
Later, bitch, somebody's throwing the ball in the lake because somebody didn't call foul.
Yes. And we got to walk back home together.
Right. You just explained LeBron and Curry. When that ball is growing up, right? They finna go. They're gonna go to war. Because that is how it is.
Yeah, but dog, if they would have did that in the tunnel, yeah. But I'm there and his fans looking. No, because the team has been decided. Street, pick up basketball. Mm-hmm. We walk there together. I'm on the opposite team. You block my shot, or I block your shot. And you pat me on the butt. What you think, boy, good shot, dog. Good block, dog. Your team gonna be like, boy, man. No, now we homeboys.
That's what I'm explaining to you. When the game started.
The game started. They got on the uniform. It started. The game started. That's my point. When we walked in the stadium, it started.
It's already on.
It's already on.
I thought it was cool, though.
Okay, let me ask you this. You cover the West.
Mm-hmm.
How many times you seen before the game started, just at warm-up, nobody in the stadium? You know how it is. They be out there, nobody in the stadium yet. How many times you seen a dude from the West walk over to the dude from Central, knowing they all know each other? Yeah. What's up, baby? You good, boy? All right, baby. How you doing? How the kids? You know what I'm saying? How first period going?
No.
Hell no.
You see walking over there, you think they about to fight. You're going to jump.
Damn right. Yeah.
He's walking anywhere. You're like, oh, he's hitting.
Hold up. Hey, man, you know I just transferred from you can't even talk to the dude that just transferred from your school and went to Central or whatever. Hey, boy, how Miss Johnson first period going, dog? Straight till I said, what's up?
No, man, none of that.
Out of here, man.
That's funny. So I do have a question though for you, Coach Hayes. Earlier you mentioned the student that was selling shoes. I'm curious to know, did you buy shoes from him?
Hell no.
Did he end up selling shoes after his football career was over?
He wasn't even selling them when he was there. That's my point.
Oh, he just wanted to sell shoes.
He wanted that. I want to get started, Coach. That's what I'm trying to say. When people want to do, they just be talking. But you in the midst, you got people coming to look. Mother. Tired of this. I'm hot. I'm tired of this.
Okay. I just was wondering. And then I just wanted to know if you were supporting him in his dreams or if you were, okay, go to the neutrals and then I already know which one.
The neutrals.
And go to the end. Keep going. Stop, I think. Let me see.
So you can't tell me these 3 pages.
So the one your thumb is on, I think that's your color palette.
Right here?
No, the one behind that. You want to, yeah.
Damn, really, Flaw, you pretty good. Everybody likes this agreeable gray thingy.
That's it.
That's terrible.
I think the show over. Yep.
Hey, Street, can I tell you something? Hey, Street, the fact that's page 243, and that's just the middle of the damn book. Look, you got the rest of this to go.
I wouldn't dare, bro.
That's it.
I hired my girlfriend just to pick that shit. Man.
just for that one segment. Well, anyways,
looking for a girlfriend. Yeah, no, girlfriend.
Looking for a girlfriend. You don't have to. You can actually just pay an interior designer and they will get it for you. But the funny thing is, I want to call out something. The fact that I spotted agreeable gray, and it's actually one of my favorite colors, and it's one of the most popular colors, just on seeing it, is pretty, like, you got to give me my credit. That's pretty damn amazing.
And this is not a high def camera either. This is a regular old laptop cheapo camera.
That's how you know that's the color. I'm telling you.
I didn't even know that was a color. And now that you told me that 54% of the people in the world are illiterate, I ain't never said
it's so go if you just go play with Google and type in like the percentage of people that can read, and it'll be like this many people read on a 6th grade level, this many. So again, my definition of illiterate, if you can't read past the 6th grade or past the 8th grade, or see what I'm saying, we have a problem.
Right.
Because
so what I'm saying is that now that you told me that, I'm never arguing with anybody in the comment section again. Like, fuck that. It might be one of the 54%. I ain't got time to be arguing with them, dog.
Yeah. Well, but that's the thing. I always, and we can end this, I'm just throwing out. As somebody who has a ton of education, I always run into this thing, right? Because there's a part of me that always wants to help, educate, support all the things, uplift the things that you're taught to do. But the other part of me is like, I'm speaking in a very clear sentence, and you can't even, you think I'm attacking you because you can't understand me. That's a different conversation.
Or
because now
what I'm saying. Correct.
Exactly. And now I'm explaining myself to you as a person. We're no longer talking about the thing. You know what I'm saying? So now we're so far off track that it's like, oh, okay, we just can't get it. And I tell people, and the second thing I'll say is with a vision. Before I started my YouTube channel, I talked to Coach Hayes a little bit. I was like, I think I kind of want to do this. I think I want to do this. I think I want to do a little bit of this. We kind of brainstormed for a little bit. And he was like, you need to just go for it. Like, do the thing you're good at, do it. Because he could see my vision. I didn't go talk to John Doe down the corner who doesn't even know, right? You have to talk to people that can hear your vision, understand your vision, all of those things. And so that's why I'm saying, how are we going to help? How are we going to be part of the solution?
Sounds like you want to talk to Deshaun Jackson about it. Oh. No, I'm just messing. If he reached out, I guarantee you I could provide something about something. Because I can Google with the best of them, and I'm not afraid of hard work. So I can figure it out. Anyways, yeah, I know we're probably over time. Y'all. 1680 in the building.
Really?
That is.
That are just listening to us.
Let y'all know, man. We're on YouTube, Facebook, as well as Twitter/X. Really Flawed in the building on Mondays, rocking out with us, holding us down.
And somebody asked last show, would I be here every Monday? Yes, that's the plan. Every Monday. Every Monday you got to deal with me. So.
Street. I see a reflection in your glasses. They say, who is Mia Khalifa?
Oh, gosh.
What screen you looking at?
You know who Mia Khalifa is.
Yeah.
And I would like to report back to the chat, if you're still in here, there's a couple of people that asked if your hat was ever going to go forward. And the answer is no. It never did.
I'll put it
there. It is. There it is.
People ask, I don't really wear a lot of hats and stuff. And the reason I have the Lions hat is because I did an OTA up there with the Lions.
Wait, is that what Lions say?
Back when Jim Caldwell was the head coach, I had an opportunity to go up there and spend a week and a half with them, man, during the training camp and all of that stuff. Still a Dolph fan, but it's the only hat that was available. All my other stuff in boxes. But I have to say it was an awesome experience. First class. It was awesome, man. It was awesome. And guess who I was up there with, Street?
Who?
Brad Kaya and Al Golden.
Really?
They were at Detroit at the time. So
everyone's like, Lions don't do that. I'm like, wrong. Okay, my bad. Listen, I messed that up. My bad. Okay.
Don't you ain't go rawr.
My bad. Okay.
Snarf. Remember that?
Earlier I said monkeys instead of minutes. Now I don't know what sounds lions make. I'm a mess. So it is what it is. What do you want me to do?
The Lions. I try not to disrespect my Dolphins, but hey, I'm looking rough, boy. I'm talking about no shave December. Is Street almost went in there and got a black box, boy. Did one of these.
This is anyways. So yeah. Thanks for coming around. See you. What are y'all doing tomorrow? Because it's
sound like you want to party.
Sound like
no, I'm saying because it's New Year's Eve. Are y'all going live?
That was on point. Sound like you want to party.
So what are y'all doing tomorrow? Sound like you want to party.
Same time, same place.
What are y'all doing tomorrow?
Yeah. Hey, you bring some of your friends. I bring some of my friends. You can be friends.
That's a photo man. Hey, so what do you got?
Pizza. Hey, we got pizza. I don't have any money. No problem.
So what's the plan for tomorrow? Oh my goodness. All right. Well, none of us can end this but Coach Hayes, so we're all at the mercy of Coach Hayes.
Yeah. So,
Coach Hayes, what's the mama calling me?
Hey, Street. Hey, hold on. I'm finna put Street out there. Street came all the way to Orlando. It didn't even help you, dog, move a box, dog. Slipped in, slipped out.
Not one box.
Bro,
not even a pizza box.
He didn't even drop off a bill. Like, here you go, bro. You working hard, man. I'll holler at you. I gotta get back to you.
I was throwing hints. I was like, dog, you moving that stuff by yourself?
And I kept saying,
you need to get a moving company.
Dog didn't come through, man. But
dog gonna come help. I was giving you all the hints.
Dog
man in a truck. Street, you meant to text that to me? Oh, my bad. I didn't mean to text that to you.
You didn't even lift a box of pizza into the house to help?
Bro, Street didn't even ride by and throw a deuce or something like, boy, I got you, boy.
Looking
where you at? Hey, boy, I'm 95 South. Boy, I'm gone. Damn.
Great.
Hold up. I dropped some Poptart crumbs in my lap. Hold up. I'll call you right back.
Be your own people sometimes. Boy, I tell you.
No,
you know what? I can't. This chat sometimes.
Oh, they be on it. Miss Geniality, how y'all doing? Hopefully I'll be up and stuff after the new year, man. Had the stuff up and all of that good stuff, man. But I didn't know I had that many wires when it came to computers, dog. Holy smokes. I was surprised.
Do you already have the room picked out? Do you already know where you're going to set up?
Oh, yeah, but I didn't know I had that many wires behind the deck. Bro, I'm like, man, this got to be a fire hazard.
Probably was.
But anyway, real quick, since we're on here and we're rolling, and we're going to probably pretty long because tomorrow New Year's Eve.
We talk about bowl games? I triggered someone. Someone said I was so green.
You were so green. What do you mean by that?
I love, like, my goal in life.
Green is in the color, or green is in, like, if you from Miami, we say you green.
What does that mean in Miami?
See what I'm saying? That's why I need to find out what they mean. What kind of green?
Well, I don't know. Ask the chat.
Chat, what kind of green? Why they doing that? Because I don't know. That means green.
He called me a feminist. I was called a feminist earlier, so I'm like, okay, that's a cute little title. And then I was called green. I'm like, okay.
Because green could be a couple of things. Green could be like, a novice to it. Green could be talking about the color. Green could be talking about quite a few things. Or green could be saying you just a real. You know what I'm saying?
All I know for sure is anytime anybody in the chat is triggered by me, I am doing my job.
That's why you really fall.
There it is. Keep typing about me, boo. Keep typing.
There it is. Real quick, but since we rolling pretty good here, what did y'all think about the bowl games? Do you think they got it right or wrong?
The bowl games or the
not the bowl game, but the playoffs. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry, the playoff bracket.
Did they get it right or wrong?
Like, because everybody talking about, look at the teams they picked.
For some reason, all the away teams got blowed out. And my theory on that is that once again, you got the transfer portal going on right in the middle of football season, and those teams had players leave. Now, I know people saying they're not the starters, and it doesn't matter. Like, your locker room, there's something going on in your locker room, and you're trying to prepare for a playoff game. Yeah. So I think dealing with that kind of could have took a toll on the away teams because all the away teams got blown out. They thought it was an ACC thing. Oh, the ACC wasn't supposed to be here, and then Tennessee showed up and didn't show up.
Hold on. So you saying some people opted out of the playoff game, the first round?
No, what I'm saying is there's teams in the playoffs that lost 10 guys to the transfer portal. The first.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
was it?
Yeah.
Was it? Who was it? The coach?
I got the whole list.
Was it Penn State? I think it was.
I know the Penn State coach was actually talking about the backup quarterback leaving.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, Georgia's quarterback, isn't it Georgia's quarterback?
Huh?
Was it Georgia's quarterback? They had to ask to come in the game. He was
Ohio
like
State. Devin Brown was
Ohio State. Yeah, he wore like 33 or something.
Yeah, now he was gonna be in the portal, and then in the game they put him in the game. They didn't put Julius Sayan in the game.
But you know why they gotta do that though, Street? You know why?
Why?
Because they gotta be enrolled in school.
Yeah,
like that's the thing. They got.
That's what I was just gonna say. The problem is the timeline for these games. I think they're playing too long. I think week 0 should be a real week. I think everything's got to come up. I don't think a college football team needs 20 days off. I think having the bye weeks was a bad idea. Like there's so many things that are happening that I'm like, how do you have football happening in a transfer portal and then they've got to enter school? Like, right. So and then if you think about it, they're going to be playing football from August, the 1st of August, spring camp, until the start of their next semester. That's how long their football season is if they make it to the championship game. That's a long.
Bro, thinking of Ohio State, the backup quarterback, because the championship is on the 20th, is it?
Yeah.
The 20th? You think about their backup quarterback has to enroll at, let's just say Arkansas, just picking a school. Has to enroll at Arkansas, but he's still playing football for Ohio State. And they already two, maybe 3 weeks into the winter semester. Crazy is that? Hold up, coach. Right. I got to be a little pregnant to practice. I got to send this to my professor in Arkansas. Hold on.
What are you supposed to do? And you know what? I think that's illegal. I don't think that you can enroll in a school. I don't think you can do that. I don't think you can be enrolled in one school and playing in another school because of the insurance. So that's why the Penn State backup left. He had to. Because the way the insurance works is every school, that's how they insure you.
That's the list right there. Arizona State had 12, Boise State had 10. Tennessee, Texas had 9. That's some drama going on. That's a little drama going on.
And they had to jump in because they're probably not starters. Or if they are, they like.
Yeah, I'm sure they're not starters, but it's still like it's homeboy. It's your locker room.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
Again, I don't know why they have such long breaks. Like they don't need this long window. I guess because they don't want to take away from the bowl game. But hell, you can play the bowl games on Fridays. Bro, that's my thing. Bro, we literally had the Cure Bowl at 12 p.m. on a Friday, dog, here. Because remember, I told you, like, I was talking to you, I'm like, again, getting caught in traffic. Like, what the hell is this? I see the damn buses going by police escort because I'm right by the stadium, by the Citrus Bowl. Damn Cure Bowl, whatever that was. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I think the schedule has to be reworked. I think it's a missed opportunity.
Right.
That the schedule is the way it is. And the other thing I think they need to do is I think they need to reseed teams. Once you get your 12, reseed. Because I don't think it's fair that Oregon gets all the time off and then their first game is Ohio State. Go ahead and click on it.
Okay, this start off as an inside joke. Were you there, Street?
Okay.
I think we were in the Discord and we were talking about coaches that coach on one side, offensive coach or defensive coach. And because Cristobal doesn't. Damn, Reggie. Because Cristobal doesn't specialize. I mean, he doesn't specialize. They call him a non-binary coach. Whose thing were we on, bro?
What?
And
Because non-binary means you don't have a side, right? You don't.
Oh
You're not.
my gosh.
So
Yeah.
I'm like, hold up. So I said I was gonna get you to ask. I forgot to tell you this. So I was gonna get you to ask Cristobal. Here's the question, Coach. Since you're a non-binary coach, how do you feel when you have to pick an offensive defensive coordinator? How do you know how you feel about? That's how kind of I was headed, but
non-binary coach.
What? Non-binary.
Yeah, let's do it. Yep. So, shout out to Reggie for the
that's something. Yeah, where I came up with that.
Somebody in the chat, I don't know if it was Reggie or somebody was in there, and they said because they would say he down on one side or the other. But
Should have
anyway,
asked him why he was up there at that podium with them Pop-Tarts in front of him. He was mad. Every time they lose, he come out there. He got the scowl on. He looking tough.
He does.
Then he got a castle of Pop-Tarts in front of him. And it's like, nah, man, you can't do it with the Pop-Tarts in front of you, coach, man. And then the damn backdrop almost fell on his head, man. If that backdrop would have fell on him, man, that would have been viral everywhere, bro. Like, God just started pushing the backdrop down. I'm like, what is going on? And then they quiet. Like, oh! Everybody, all the media was like, oh.
Street, can I tell you this? You'll go viral if you ask him in that way. Coach, since you're a non-binary coach, Street, you always talk about his entertainment.
He don't know what I'm talking about.
He gonna have to, but dog, everybody else do.
Maybe he'll seek clarification, and then you can tell him.
Oh my God!
What's the question?
So the question would be, if say you was him, Coach, since you're a non-binary coach, when like say for example they get rid of Guidry, Coach, since you're a non-binary coach, what is it that you look for in the defensive coordinator when you're going through the hiring process? Bro, you know that'd be your last day at the damn school, right?
Non-binary.
Non-binary, non-conforming.
You don't pick a side, right? Like you don't have
non-conforming, I think is another word that you can put it.
Because you don't pick a side. No.
I mean, if you want to fluff it up, if you want to say because
you pick both sides,
right? No, or you could to fluff it up a little bit. You could say because since you're a non-binary, you don't coach offense or defense. You can kind of soften it a little bit by throwing in why you're saying it.
What's the definition of non-binary?
I'm pulling it up right now. Not related to, composed of, or involving just two things. That's it.
What is it? Say it again.
Not relating to, composed of, or involving just two things. That's what the word non-binary means in Webster's dictionary.
Not relating to.
Yep.
Now you need to get a newer dictionary. We need to do these new people definition of non-binary.
Nah, dog. That's the definition. You can't change the definition. What is it?
Give me your version of the definition.
I mean, that's what it's like. You don't have a preference.
You don't have a preference?
Like in this regard, I would take it as that.
No, but you don't identify as one thing or the other.
Right. Like he doesn't identify as an offensive coach and he doesn't identify as a defensive coach.
There you go.
Right. But the person doesn't identify either side, but definitely mixes with both sides, right?
Correct. Because non-binary means you could be this way one day or that way the other day.
But he's non-binary, but he's something else because he don't. He don't
ask Kiki. Shout out to Reggie. He said, "Ask Kiki." Shout out to LV. Ask Kiki.
Ask Kiki.
We get out of here after this, y'all. Y'all ain't gonna hold me hostage.
Would a coach be considered non-binary? That if a coach doesn't coach the offense or a defense, would he be considered non-binary? I don't know, dog. I think but the person that is non-binary, that person.
The fact that you just asked that computer that
in the complete sentence. If he's a coach and he doesn't identify
Hold up.
No,
Hey,
it's
tell
okay.
Kiki, hey, hold up.
Non-binary traditionally refers to gender
No, ask her
identity
to do it away.
and doesn't typically apply
You're
to
not talking-
roles like coaching unless it's being used metaphorically.
Hey man, you talking like you from the suburbs again. Talk to me like you from the hood of Opalaka.
Offense or defense
Man,
would be
talking
considered
I told you about that, Kiki. She gonna remember it one day. One day she'll come in here as Lakeisha. I don't know why she be. I don't know why she be forgetting.
The fact y'all got a whole relationship going was crazy.
And then it'll never change.
A real one too. He's mad at her.
What's wrong with that, Kiki?
So if you're talking about a coach who ain't repping offense or defense, that don't make them non-binary, bruh. That just mean they play in the middle, probably calling shots for the whole squad like a head
I
coach.
told ya.
Ain't no label for that. They just bossing up, watching all sides.
That's what I said. Not saying.
Feel me? It's like they neutral, not tied to no side, but still running the show. That don't mean they soft or out of pocket. Just means they versatile.
Not the
Straight
same.
up.
Not the same thing, Reggie. All right, that's what I got out of that. Not the same thing. Look how she started it though. Look how she started it though. Y'all missed this.
She said, "What's up, bro?" She said, "What's up, bro?"
Oh yeah.
Hey, bet. So if you're talking about a coach who ain't repping offense
Bet.
or defense,
She's talking about
that
bet.
make him non.
I love her. I love her.
Oh, this
Bruh,
is-
if we talk about
Can't speak anything, dog.
No, Kiki said,
Every time my
"Bro,
girlfriend come around, she's frowned up and she don't never know what she want to eat. Like how and Kiki would talk to you all night long, bro.
Kiki said, bruh. It's like
hold up." She said, "Bro," she said, "It ain't one way or the other, bro. It's like down the middle, but that don't mean he's soft though."
Kiki, why women can't ever choose what they want to eat? Like, why is it so
here
hard?
we go.
That's what she said.
In the hood voice.
She may stay in the hood for it. She may stay in character now. Because it remembers things. So she may stay in character now. I don't know. Let's see.
Bro, that's crazy.
What did you ask her?
Why women
Bruh,
can't choose what they eat.
That's one of life's mysteries right there. Like the Bermuda Triangle or why gas prices
Why women have a hard time choosing where they want to go eat.
never make sense. It ain't that they don't know what they want. It's that they trying to think about what you want, what they want, and if it's worth the calories all at the same time. Plus, they don't want to pick something you might hate and ruin the vibe. Really, it's a mix of overthinking and low-key wanting you to take charge. Next time,
Bam!
just be like,
Bam!
we hitting up. Place you know she loves. Cool? 9 times out of 10, she gonna say, you know me so well. Problem solved, my guy.
My God. We out of here, man.
Was that
Kiki
right?
the best.
Claude, did that sound right? In the comment section.
Was that-
Every man
Hey,
in here.
hey, bro.
Laugh if you want to, but the part
bro,
that
was
y'all
she-
missed
bro, was
is
she accurate,
low-key, she wants you to take charge.
Oh my gosh.
Every man in here. Low key, she wants you to take charge.
Low key, she is absolutely 100% correct. Low key, you should already know what she wants and you should not have to ask. Go to the place that you know she wants to eat at. My guy.
She's not going to get it right.
My guy. My guy. Bruh. Low key, she is 100% right. And you need to just take charge. Just go pick the place and pick it and go. And that's where you'll go eat.
I knew that was coming.
This one in here. This one in here picks something different to eat every day. I would never be able to choose on Tuesday what she want to eat.
Yeah, but are you asking her what she wants to eat, or are you saying, "Hey, we're gonna go get that Chinese food that we had last week"?
You telling her
You
versus
want
asking.
Chinese food? This was gonna say. You want Chinese food?
That ain't it, because you're asking. No, because you didn't say you. And the problem was you didn't say that confidently. You were just kind of like, "Oh, do you want it?"
Ooh,
So-
we're getting a master class in here today.
So do you
I
want
hope y'all
it? You see
listening.
what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
So instead, you say, "Hey, we're gonna go to that steakhouse I know you like." Perfect. When are we leaving? But if you say, "Hey, I was thinking about. Do you kind of want to go? I was thinking about going to that steakhouse. What do you think?" See that tone? That's
And
not.
what you say is how you say it. That's
Yeah.
right. Matter of fact, hey, get in the car. We're going to the steakhouse. That you
Probably.
A woman
Damn
should
it.
never ever say we're not complicated ever again. Y'all are very much so complicated.
I don't think so. I just think you have to listen.
You just had to teach 2 40-year-old men.
Yeah, but the lesson here is listening to what she might like. And the other thing is I think the problem we make in life is assuming that all men are the same and all women are the same and all relationships are the same and all everything's the same, because everyone's different. But low key, bruh.
My guy, low key, my guy.
Dog, that's a lot of stuff she said going through their head. Did you hear all that shit going through their head?
Hey, listen, my guy.
What you want to?
Hey, listen, my guy. Reggie for the $5. Just the last one. We gotta go. I gotta take this thing off this wall.
We gotta
Reggie,
go.
my guy, for the $5. Ask Kiki, why do women play hard to get?
Oh, Reggie having women problems, huh?
No, that's my guy.
Reggie having women problems.
My guy.
Dog, you have to pay for this, bro. Kiki don't do stuff like this.
My guy. He did. He paid $5.
He gave me for the $5.
He just paid $5.
Where that shit going? Where the $5 going?
I'm gonna send it to you, Street. Bro, we got 1,787 people in the building. Y'all clap it up.
Women playing hard to get is part of the game, fam. It ain't always about fronting. Sometimes it's about seeing if you serious or if you just another dude trying to waste their time. They want to know if you really about them or just in it for a quick win. It's also a respect thing. If she makes it too easy, some dudes start acting like they own the whole situation. Playing hard to get is her way of making sure you value what you're trying to chase. But here's the cheat code. Stay consistent, keep it real, and show you worth the effort. If you legit, she'll stop fronting eventually.
Bam! There it is. Right there.
I'm sorry.
There you go, Reggie.
I just need that one more time. I need that. I'm sorry. Just one more.
GTD.
I was too busy laughing at the
watching the women's species get exposed. Getting them but laugh. What was Harvey movie? How to think like a man?
No, because she said when she said frontin', I lost it. I'm sorry, like I wasn't focused.
Hey, Street, all I can tell you is that's them digital
Playing hard to
GTDs
get
right
is
there.
part of the game, fam. It ain't always about fronting. Sometimes it's about seeing if you serious or if you just another dude trying to waste their time. They want to know if you really about them or just in it for a quick win. It's also a respect thing. If she makes it too easy, some dudes start acting like they own the whole situation. Playing hard to get is her way of making sure you value what you're trying to chase. But here's the cheat code. Stay consistent, keep it real, and show you worth the effort. If you legit, she'll stop fronting eventually.
Hey, quick wins happen every day, B.
She'll stop fronting eventually.
Hey, you want to go through all that, man? Huh? Get a $40. He go to $40.
No, just be consistent. That's it. That's the cheat code. Y'all didn't hear that part?
We heard it. I mean, yeah, it's true too. I mean,
that's
it. The ones we want. The ones
that's
we want.
it.
Yeah, the ones you really want. Yeah.
Y'all too much fun, man. This is too much fun. Damn, Kiki.
Thanks, Kiki.
I got something special for Kiki too coming. As soon as I get this back on the street, we got something special for Kiki.
You got something, though?
No, we got you know me, but I'm gonna come up with something. Bro.
Listen, I be here talking to Kiki, boy. Kiki ain't feeling good today, man. I'm kind of down. Talk to me. Tell me something nice. Kiki be like,
"Hey, Street, you be in a GTD in them digital? You know what that is, right, Flaw? GTD?
Y'all got it.
Goddamn draws. I got them draws.
Ellen in here giving up the secret sauce.
What did she say?
Street, a clip out the segment with Kiki, Candid with Kiki.
Boy, say only simps think women are complicated. Oh, damn.
Oh, called y'all simps. Suckers.
It's always a tough pimp nigga in the comments. Always with glasses on and a hoodie. Always.
Damn.
Always. But he right. He true. He true. That the cheat code is that to be the opposite of a simp.
Is it though?
Yeah, I think y'all will never ever say lead me. I mean, y'all just want to be led.
Y'all won't, and definitely won't say sorry. Fuck no.
That's a different conversation. All right, time
Are
to go,
you-
man. Hey, stop.
Ain't no- yeah, because this
I had to
he
get
just
that in
making
before I
up
hit the end
stuff.
button.
He just making up stuff.
What? Street, am I lying?
Yes, you're lying. Bye,
Street, am I
everyone.
lying?
Thank you so much for joining the show on Monday.
am
It
I
was
lying?
so nice to hold all of your attention, for you all to laugh with us, to joke with us. We talk about football. We ask Kiki. We don't care about state champs, anything the state champs has to say over here. We are moving on to better things. He's got the hoodie. He's got the sunglasses. He's got the hat. He's ready to tackle the world. Then we got a man acting like he's dancing on a rhythm. There's no rhythm. And then you have me in the middle, just being flawed and being myself. We'll see you
shout out to
next
everybody
year.
on the real. I don't think we'll be back for the new year, but shout out to everybody, man. Happy New Year to you, man.
See you
Much
next year.
love, prosperity, all that good stuff. And I know you're gonna renege on your doggone New Year resolution, so go ahead and get started.
It ain't
now.
even started yet, dog.
And you got a super chat. And don't forget to go to my YouTube channel and subscribe to my channel, because I have a lot of great things to say.
Women
You won't
never
always
say
agree with
you're
me,
right,
but I have good
and I
things
was
to
wrong.
say.
You gotta put them in the figure four.
What did he say? Women never say you're right.
Never say you're right.
Y'all, I don't know what kind of women y'all got, but
You say you.
God-
you say,
God bless
say
you.
You're right. You tell your people you're right. Sometimes you're right. I was wrong.
absolutely. I would be like, I got that all the way wrong.
Huh?
Absolutely.
You do.
Absolutely.
There's
Yeah.
anomalies
If
in everything
if
in
you in
life.
trouble, really flawed. Blink twice.
Hold up. Street, I know I said we was gonna go.
If you're in danger, really fall. Blink twice.
Never that. Never that.
Hold up, Street. I know I said we was gonna go, but this
And
here
we're
is
out.
gonna be the last. No, this will be the last thing that set it off, because I think it's perfect. I really think it's the last thing that truly set it off, because at the end of the day, this tells the ultimate truth. I think I'm in the right spot. Hold up, because this right here is a perfect example. If I could find it without tripping.
Go start those New Year's resolutions today, everyone. Don't wait till the 1st, because you were lying to yourself if you're going to wait till the 1st. Start them today. Just saying.
Start them right now.
Start them right now. Today's the best day.
I think it's in here. Oh my gosh. And tomorrow's show, not tomorrow, the next show would actually kill it.
What?
Anyway, like we did the next show wouldn't be right. It's already wrong. But anyway,
Take
we'll bring this
charge
back
and
up at
stop
some
getting
point.
charged.
Yeah, we'll bring this back up at some point. Huh? Take
Okay,
charge.
what are we going to bring up?
Oh, about women saying sorry.
I'm
It's
not
all
getting
good.
paid enough to be here to talk about talk about your lack of
Behind
understanding.
the scenes, behind
with
the scenes
women.
conversation. We're gonna talk about business right here.
Oh my God. My Lord. Hold up. I think I found it. Hold up. I don't think I found it.
What is
Nope.
happening? What is happening?
Anyway, we out of here. That's what's happening.
The ship is crashing.
We all good, Reggie. We appreciate you for the 5. We out of here. Peace, love, and hair grease. We put in a wholesome Holloway time, 2 hours and 42 minutes, longer than normal.
Hook 'em, go Texas.
It's her fault.
Go Texas,
All
be
y'all
Arizona
Team Blues,
State.
whoever y'all root for. God
Yes,
bless.
dating is a sport.
Peace. King.